Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Here we go, 18 minutes after 3 o'clock. You ready? Time for a live imaging Tuesday.
I guess.
On the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show. Let's go, DeAndre!
Yes, I'm ready.
It's your favorite day of the week.
It's all right.
You love it.
It's all right.
We gather around a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. No DeMarco today. Well, what fun am I going to have if I can't make fun of DeMarco?
You're going to have to come up with something else, I guess.
Andy Kamenetsky, my Boogie Nights brother. May I see it?
Right now?
Well, please.
Thank you.
I've heard.
Andy is sitting in for DeMarco. Young D, producer DeAndre's here. I was going to do a big introduction for who's sitting in for Laura, but she's not here. Oh, there she is.
There she is.
I was going to do a big introduction.
Yeah.
That this is the second show of the day for me. Usually it's 3 shows for me.
You sat out the Mason and Ireland show?
No, 3 shows.
Oh,
I do
Yeah,
the
I know.
morning show, as I do every day.
Yes.
Mason Ireland, and then the afternoon show.
Right.
Usually there's 3 different producers,
Oh.
but I was going to make a big deal that we're reunited in Afternoon Drive, kind of where it all began. Producer Lindsay Baseball is sitting in for producer Laura.
I'm here. As
Yeah.
Lunch would say, I'm here.
She's here. We had a nice long true crime podcast conversation
Well,
before
that's
we
right.
got
You guys
into
connect on that.
the meat of the show. Yeah, she gave me some good ones. Lindsay, I don't know if I steered you. I give you halfway decent advice on that, don't I?
Totally, 100%.
Okay.
Reason I took a couple extra minutes to come in here was because I had to introduce Michael to one of our teammates from Milwaukee who has a LeBron tattoo.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, because, I'm going to the game tonight.
Where's
for
the
Cavs.
tattoo?
It's on her side here.
Nasty.
Okay. I don't think I'll get a LeBron tattoo. I think
Why
I'm good.
not? I think it'll look great on you.
I don't know.
You should put it like a tramp stamp.
If
right
you were
in the
to
back.
get-
Yeah, Travis, have you thought about having a tramp stamp?
Or around your belly button.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
With his mouth as your belly
I
button.
was just going to say you could have an open mouth and be a big mouth.
Fernando tramp stamp.
Like with the eyes pointed up looking at the
Yes.
back of my neck.
Yes. You got to at least think about it.
More likely than a LeBron. I mean, I'm a LeBron fan to a point, but not like I am for Fernando. Fernando would
Like,
be an interesting
if
one.
you had to narrow it down to one athlete, is it Fernando?
Yes. If I were going to get an athlete tattoo, it would be Fernando with the hands over his head, with the eyes pointed, looking in my eyes. I would want it below my eye line so he's looking up at me and we could. I could
what
look down
a
at him
lucky day for
occasionally.
Susan.
Exactly.
Susan!
She'd be on board. She'd be on board.
Well, Travis sleeps naked, so she would
I
see
know.
it quite a bit.
That's what I mean. Like, what a lucky day for her.
Well, I'm trying to think where I have
Wakes
to
up with
put it
Travis
for her
and
to see it
Fernando
more.
every morning.
I sleep on my right side, and I'm on the left side of the bed. So, yeah, I need to put it on my left shoulder so she would have full view of it.
So,
And maybe it could be looking at her.
so
to
here's
make
some
her a little.
here's some inside baseball. I used to sleep always just in boxer briefs
Mm-hmm.
or in the buff, but ever since all the hospital stuff, I've now had to bundle up a little bit more.
You run cold now?
I guess.
Yeah.
So usually I have to at least wear sweats and a t-shirt or else I can't fall asleep. I have to feel that warmth. But
Okay.
last night I was so exhausted, I didn't go in the buff, but I did just boxer brief. And man, I was cold when I woke up.
It's liberating. I like to sleep a little cool. Not cold, but a little cool.
The compromise for you, Chris, by the way, would be the old school long johns with the flaps
flap.
in back. And you leave the flap open.
Like Paul Ingalls.
Right.
When I would see these, like I love Columbo, I love the old shows, and people were in full blown pajamas back. I would be like, who wants to sleep like that? And now I'm all into it. I'm like, give me those PJs.
Okay, so
I want to button them up. I want to put the hat on
it's
too.
funny you said what, like the floppy hat.
I
on
want the
side?
coat hat. Yeah.
You have a little candle next to you.
Yeah.
when you have to
with
get
the
up.
little finger holder.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine DeAndre in one of those full pajama set with the flap in the front? He'd be popping out of that thing all night.
See,
People don't put the flap in the
There's
front.
always one step too.
yeah, it's just we were having fun, and then
We're still having fun.
We did the flap.
Oh.
We did the flap.
By the way, Sua yesterday came in for a recording session.
yeah.
This kid was wearing like 5-inch inseam swim trunks.
Oh,
And I'm like, you got anything on underneath? He's like, no.
Sua's pretty fit.
Yeah, but why are you coming in for a recording session like that? That thing was so far up his thigh. The kind of shorts DeAndre wears.
He's showing
That's
off.
right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like that. I like a 10-inch inseam.
Was he arriving from the pool or something?
No, he just said, I came in,
That's
I
the
rolled
style
in.
now.
Yeah.
That's
Who's the style
DeAndre.
of
Yeah,
the
It's
he
not the
wants to
style
golf
for me.
course.
It's not the style for me.
No, I like a little longer hem.
By the way, Sua's shoes,
They're good.
so comfortable.
Yeah, they're great.
They are
the Susies.
the Susies. They are incredibly comfortable.
Did you got
Yes,
your
I
pair?
did. Yes, I
Who was
did.
the one that got
Travis,
shut
what are you
out?
trying to say? He wouldn't get. He
No,
wouldn't be on the
somebody.
list.
Were you the one that got shut out originally? Somebody got shut out.
I didn't get a pair.
Oh, maybe it was
because,
you.
he doesn't make size 14.
Ooh.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
14. My goodness.
By the way, Evan Cohen from the morning show on
14s?
Sportsline, he wears 14s too.
Wow. That's a lot of shoe.
How tall is he?
6'3", maybe.
Okay. I didn't realize Evan was that tall.
He's a tall man.
Okay.
He's a tall Hebraic brother.
14.
Yeah, 14.
I'm gonna be preoccupied with that the rest of the day.
We'll count you down to tip off. Lakers, Cavs. Lindsay will be at the game as her Cavaliers battle the Lakers, and Luka returns to the court. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. The Toyota Lakers countdown to tip off with Beto Duran. Tip off at 7:30. Hear it all on ESPN LA or on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. on your ride home.
You got a full Cleveland plate, Lindsay. You've got the Indians tonight. You've got the Cavs tonight. You got the Indians, or Guardians, I should say, tomorrow, too.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
going to go to the game tomorrow.
Oh, you are?
I think
Tried to.
Steven Hernandez from the Hernandez Wholesale Flooring.
Nice.
He's
Which
hooking
would
it up.
be amazing, Stephen Hernandez. If you do that, I will love you for the rest of my life.
Get a little Yamamoto action tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And tonight, is Yoshi bobblehead.
Tonight is?
Yoshi. Yeah.
The game guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I one of our listeners is hooking me up because I thought about us going to Yoshi bobblehead.
You went on Saturday, didn't you?
We did.
How was
for
it?
Will Smith bobblehead.
I saw your stop at Philippe's on Instagram.
So here's the thing. The amazing thing about the Ohtani and Yoshi, the Asian American, or actually I guess it wouldn't be Asian American.
Japanese.
In this case, Asian culture now.
Okay.
So we park at Union Station and then we walk to Philippe's.
Okay.
And it is full of Asian people taking video, tourists of the whole process. So it's not just benefiting the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium, it's benefiting the whole culture. Then they're walking with us to Union Station. They're videotaping all of this, and it's part of showing everybody else, and it keeps flowing. You got to come and experience the whole thing. They're on the bus, the Dodger Stadium Express. It's
And it
amazing.
spreads that much more because of social media.
Yes.
I understand that the Dodgers are the best team in baseball, have been the best team in baseball the last couple of years, and have been on a run over the last decade and a half. It's really hard to beat. 3 World Series titles, 5 World Series appearances, et cetera, et cetera. But what they've been able to do with the economic impact of Shohei relative to what the Angels were incapable of doing with the economic, because what you just described, Chris, think about it, right? People coming from the other side of the world to come and experience the Shohei Ohtani. They're selling $75 plastic soda cups at Dodger Stadium.
$69. They lowered the price.
Okay, $69.99. They've lowered the price. And it's just a fire hose of cash that
Yes.
the Dodgers have turned on. The Angels couldn't do 10% of that, 20% of that.
It's fascinating.
It's crazy to me.
It's fascinating when you walk through Dodger Stadium now, and I was just there last year for the celebration day. Thanks to Steven Hernandez, by the way. It just seems like there is a New Era hat store or a full-blown souvenir shop or stand. There is something every football field within the stadium, and that's, I would imagine, on every level. You cannot go anywhere without going, oh, there's a hat, there's a hat. It's incredible. Then the way, the product placement, and just the sales. So now on the left field, scoreboard, you used to have who's at bat.
Mm-hmm.
Who's at bat is very small now because
There's
there's
an
a
ad.
giant ad.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And you can't be mad at it.
No.
And even if you're mad at the Uniqlo field part, which is now plastered everywhere,
It is.
they put it back on the baseball field.
Yeah.
And here's the biggest sign. And if I was a Lakers fan, I'd be so happy of what's to come. Saturday night was ring night, not for the players. Players was Friday night.
Staff.
Saturday was staff. 40 coaches came out of that dugout and all got rings. Andrew Friedman and Brandon Gomes were just handing out ring boxes. Now, here's the strength and conditioning and mental health coach. Then, here's the strength and conditioning and diet coach. They all just kept coming. It took 25 minutes to get through all the coaches.
This is the example. This is the reason why you were asking that the Angels could not do 10% of this, 20% of this with Ohtani. Some of it is I just don't think they are as good of marketers as the Dodgers. The brand's not as big as the Dodgers. But also, at some point, if you don't give people a reason to watch the actual games, you can only milk Ohtani so much. Like, there's only so much you can milk from a guy who is playing for a team that is irrelevant. The Dodgers, Ohtani, look, don't get me wrong, Ohtani makes them exponentially more watchable, 5-fold, 10-fold, whatever. You take Ohtani off this team, they're still an incredibly watchable team.
Oh, sure.
You would want to watch them regardless. Ohtani just makes them that much more must-watch.
I agree with everything you said, but it felt like there was no Ohtani maximization in Anaheim, where other than just that he was a really good player. Like, I get it. Like, just coming
but
to
here's
see
the thing:
him.
the more though that you put and again, I think a lot of this is just lack of creativity, lack of vision.
How hard is it to market? Come see the greatest baseball player ever.
When's the last time we've heard the Angels do anything well, marketing-wise,
That's
since
just that.
20 years ago, lowering beer prices?
Yeah.
He also was playing with Mike Trout, too.
It's crazy.
Hey, they don't want to win games. You know, that's what Art Moreno said.
Well, it's not important. It's not top five, Linz.
It's not one of their top desires, his fans.
Top five is the winning is not in there. But to your point, Chris, a second ago, put every unique low field ad you want up there. Call it whatever you want. Put a giant ad for, face cream next to, Miguel Rojas's next up to bat. I don't care because I'll pay $24 for a can of Modelo because I know that 17 of them are going out to the players on the field. That's fine.
By the way,
you
here's
get a chance
the
to
other
win every night.
The dollars or the Modelo's?
Both.
So here's the thing. Everything's very expensive, as we know. Beers, I'm not drinking beers, but Stephanie is. Soda, you can only really find a souvenir soda now, so that's $11.50. Dodger dogs are whatever they are, and you want to pretend that this is going to taste like Farmer John. It doesn't. Here's the value, though. We were sitting Loge 120, so I think Loge 102, and I don't know how many levels it's on. The taqueria, $35, 7 carne asada tacos.
Ooh, that's a good deal.
Not bad.
Yeah.
We shared it. It was beautiful. Beautiful taco meat.
Okay.
It was wonderful.
Relative for a Dodger pricing, that's a steal.
Not
frankly.
bad, right?
Yeah.
Look, there are going to be fans who say that all of the money spent on the Dodgers turns around and prices them out from going. And the reality is there's some truth to that. Like, there just is. And we can't talk around that. But what you can't accuse the Dodgers of doing, even if you feel like it is sort of in its own separate space, an issue that some fans cannot afford to go to the game or they cannot afford to the game and truly enjoy the experience.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. But at least if you can't go to the game and you are forced to watch them, you're still watching something great. Like, you cannot make accusations that they're just pocketing the money. They're profiting for sure.
They're doing both.
But they're not just pocketing it. And if it's going to be a team that's too expensive for you as a fan, the next best thing you can hope for is they make my time not being able to go worth it. They do.
100%. They think about what they did last year. They went out and bought the two best free agents on the market when it would have been very easy to just kind of run it back and assume that your guys would be fine again another year.
And it is cost prohibitive. And I understand where there are fans who get upset by this. Like, I get it, and they have a valid right. But at least, again, it is put towards the team.
No doubt. All right. Here's what I want to get into next. I think that there's a little bit of Dodger thing going on. You mentioned, Chris, about how excited Laker fans should be about that the Dodger management is in there. I'm with you on that. But there was a Dodger retirement that I think kind of changes the way I look at a potential Laker retirement. We'll get into that coming up in just a little bit. Andy's in for DeMarco. DeMarco and Travis.
You're really
Here's
unpacking
Spinelli.
it well with this run. With a Lindsay rundown, you're really unpacking it well.
Thank you.
You obviously have been going, we always talk about the Greg Bergman School of Content, and I know you were a star student.
Yeah.
Maybe the
I'm a fan
producer
of
Lindsay
Greg's.
Baseball School of Content. Maybe that's
Can't hurt.
You're unpacking it well.
Fight on.
It's a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. 3:31 in the Southland. What do we think? About 2.5, 3?
Yep.
About 3 or 2.5?
About 2.5.
Not 14?
Well, this kid's got 14. 2.5 minutes more of DeMarco and Travis in the afternoon on ESPN LA.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
LAFC. I see Jorge's hat right now. LAFC.
I mean, I'm wearing an LAFC hat, too.
Well, but I noticed his.
I mean, we're both wearing LAFC hats.
Why don't you say, hey, I see that Chris and Jorge are both wearing LAFC hats. Like, you specifically chose Jorge over Morales.
Yes, I have a problem with that.
I looked at him first.
You do. He's a sensitive guy. I like your LAFC hat, Chris.
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Los Angeles, your chance to win an Aston Martin is waiting for you at Hard Rock Casino Tajon. Unity by Hard Rock members can receive entries on Thursdays and Saturdays in April for a chance to win a 2026 Aston Martin. Not a member yet? Signing up is easy. Visit casino.hardrock.com/Tajon. That's casino.hardrock.com/Tajon. Or download the Unity by Hard Rock app. Hard Rock Casino Tajon. The easiest drive from downtown LA. Details at casino.hardrock.com/Tajon.
Did you know that Children's Hospital Los Angeles is a powerhouse in pediatric surgery? They perform nearly 17,000 surgeries a year, from high-tech robotic procedures to the most delicate operations on newborns, led by one of the largest surgical teams for kids in the country. With national rankings to back it up, CHLA brings all-star skill to every procedure. So when your child needs surgical care, turn to the team that's in a league of their own. To learn more, visit chla.org.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. BBGO is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BB, go for it and bring something different to the table.
.333. Watchmen. Is this from the Boogie Nights soundtrack?
I got it. No.
I feel like it might have been used. No?
No. Then White Men Can't Jump.
Oh. DeMarco Travis Afternoon Show. And he's sitting in for DeMarco. I almost forgot DeMarco's name. DeMarco forgets it too sometimes. That's okay.
I mean, you just got my mouth all wet with that.
By the way, you got to talk you to. Lindsay came in here and said, Andy, you got to get closer to the mic.
I'm trying to play the role of DeMarco Farr. I'm a method actor.
That's DeMarco's issue.
I know.
He's like back here.
I know. I'm trying to play the role. I want this show to be as seemless as possible.
You just want everybody to feel
comfortable. We've already. Lindsay's great, but like she's subbing for Laura. The things are already out of whack.
Trying to keep Tuesday.
Exactly. I'm trying to keep the show on the rails. I mean, thank you would be nice.
Andy, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like afternoon. Now this is reminding me of when it used to be afternoons when it was DeAndre Lindsay. Then I was here on Tuesdays, sometimes multiple days with Sedano and Cap. What if we just left Sedano and Cap and we just came here?
Well, I feel like you'd be a lot less angry in the morning.
Well, no, the anger is usually from Cappy.
What did he do now?
Well,
every day.
It's just he doesn't always flow with what I'm trying to.
I can appreciate that.
There's a lot, but here's the thing. There's a lot of reads that have to get done. Like, I probably have 7 reads, and not my own endorsement. I have my own endorsements. He's got endorsements. Sedano's got endorsements. Then there's a lot of billboards. And we got Bergie, we got Lindsay, we got Jorge. It's a lot to get through. In the afternoon, there's more space. So Cappy could just pop into something and derail something for 5 minutes. We don't have 5 minutes in mornings. That's the issue. So then I'll be like, I'll put my head down. He's like, what are you putting your head down? Because he could see me on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, they got in a fight because Chris literally put his head down.
All I did was like this. Like, oh,
and he goes,
come on.
Why do you have to do that? He got so mad.
And then
I've seen you get mad and just putting your head down. That's not.
No. I mean, I've gotten mad in the past, but this was not that. I just put my head down like, oh. And I even say, oh, he couldn't hear that. But he goes, why are you putting your head down? Why do you think you know better? And I'm like, it's not even that. We have a timing issue. Because you're going to derail us for 3 minutes. Then that's going to run everything away.
I do find it a little bit interesting that you are concerned about derailing things.
Yeah, but see, that's part of my shtick. But in the mornings, I feel like Mike and the Mad Dog. Like, oh, we're going to go to the mornings. I feel like in the mornings, I can't. There's not a lot of time to derail. Here, I could derail. And DeMarco's not going to stop me unless we play the Eagles fight song. But DeMarco taking a lot of strays with him not here.
So you used to play sports?
Meanwhile, you had a great tease. I thought it was a brilliant tease.
Thank you, Chris. I
appreciate it. Was really well done.
I learned it from Greg and Lindsay.
Thank you.
Yeah, Lindsay had it laid out for me right here.
It was beautiful.
Right there on the sheet. So Kershaw's doing TV now. He's really good at it. He had the quote the other day where he was talking about how he knows he can't do it anymore. Like his tank is empty. I was thinking about that relative to Tom Brady, and what was it? I guess it was late last week, where he was talking about how he at least kicked the tires with the NFL about whether or not he was going to come back.
So
right?
that bit is
that's old.
No, Lindsay plays that when we mention Tom Brady because he's a vampire.
Oh, yeah, I'll buy that.
I got it.
I'll
That
sign
was
up for
funny.
that. Yeah,
Definitely
that
a
works for
vampire.
me. There's something going on there. I don't know
like
if
this
it's
because we get to
vampiric.
explain our morning
I
show
love it.
bits to a new
How
audience.
do you feel about it, Trav? Are you cool with it?
I like it.
Okay.
I
Some of
love
them are
to-
like overflow from like the afternoon. So
No.
DeAndre's in on quite a few.
I like the vampire Tom Brady because he's not a normal guy.
And it's not just an organ; it's an organ that sounds 200 years old.
It's the
I will
Transylvania
send-
organ.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I'm going to send you like the Photoshop I made of him as a vampire.
Does he have like the collar?
Yes, it's amazing.
Okay,
I'll
I
send
want
it
to see
you.
that.
Yeah, we'll
But-
put it on YouTube.
Brady, again, another one of the all-time greats, if not the GOAT at his position, clearly believes in his mind, and maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong, it almost doesn't even matter, that he could still play. Like he went to the league and at least kicked around the idea of maybe coming back. Think about his initial, when he left New England, it was, I'm going to retire, then no, I'm going to go to Tampa, and it happened like that. And then when he retired from Tampa, it lasted about 5 minutes, and then he came back and he decided he wanted to play again. Then he finally left and he's done this. I wonder if LeBron isn't struggling with a little bit of that. And maybe struggle is the wrong word, but the idea of, I've been in this league 21 years. I'm 23 years. I'm 41 years old. I get my ones and threes.
I'm 41 years old.
And I'm still one of the better players in the league. I'm not one of the best players in the league anymore, but I'm one of the better players in the league. Why am I trying to get out of here? Why is the team that I've been with for, 6, 7 years, 8 years?
6, 7.
Why are we I get enough of that at home from the daughter.
Me too.
I wonder if there isn't some of this. My tank's not empty. I don't want to go do whatever it is I'm going to do, and 9 months from now, a year from now, I'm better than that guy could still be out there doing it.
I think there are a few factors at play. First of all, it's what are you actually playing for?
Mhm.
Like, what is there left to accomplish? Like, in the case of someone like Kershaw, for example, who clearly was running on fumes, like, respectfully, but he was. It was not going to get any better than that moment, particularly once they won a World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was not going to be better for Kershaw. You know, he actually had his World Series moment where he contributed and he had a clutch inning. Not going to get any better than that. You know, same with like Brady. Like, what else is there left to do? In the case of someone like LeBron, I think at this point in terms of legacy or whatever, people have made up their minds. Like,
yes.
a fifth ring, if you are somebody that is convinced that it is MJ and there's no discussion, a fifth ring's not going to do a thing.
I agree.
And in the grand scheme of things, LeBron's not really going to be looked at any differently with 5 than 4.
I agree.
So as far as legacy, I don't think it necessarily
I don't
matters.
think it's legacy. I think what it is this is who he is and what
Sure.
he does.
Well, but he also does a lot of things.
I understand that, but this is what he's done virtually his entire
Sure.
life. And this isn't like Kershaw where he's hanging on by his fingernails.
Yeah.
I'm still good. And the way that the Lakers have played of late, the way that, and obviously there was a long piece in ESPN.com about financial flexibility and some other places that he could go and all of the other, turning of the Rubik's Cube and where it might send him here or there, whether it's the Knicks or the Warriors, the Nuggets was on the list. Like there's some weird stuff there. But if the economics can work out and the Lakers can get some flexibility payroll-wise, the Lakers can figure out a way to keep Luka, but keep Austin Reeves, bring Rui back if that's what they want to do, but also go and look to make the team younger, more athletic, better shooting, etc. LeBron in this new role is a very important piece to why they've been as good as they've been over. And I don't think just trying to leave because, I can't change everybody's mind. I'm still really good at this.
Sure.
Why would I want to stop doing it?
Well, no. I'm just listing all the different reasons.
Yeah.
Like that sometimes people do stay. So I don't think it's going to be about legacy. I think there's an element of how much am I still enjoying it? How hard is it to do? Because this is harder for LeBron at his age. Like, he has admitted it. Like, he used to make this stuff look effortless, like he was not breaking a sweat. He's sweating.
41 years old.
We just saw the.
I just looking at
Brady
the Tom
vampire.
Brady vampire. Can you give me a version
Right?
without the headset? I like the collar. I like the turtleneck. I like the eyes and the eyeliner, but the mic is kind of breaking up the flow for me.
The other piece of this, too, is while LeBron is still playing at a high level and he's contributing in an important way with the Lakers, at this stage of his career, there's nothing predictable. Like, you cannot predict what it's going to be next year. And I think for great players like LeBron, there is an element of not wanting to ever appear vulnerable. You don't want to be, the version of, say, Patrick Ewing down the stretch. And when the body starts breaking down, like, LeBron has had sciatica this year in the same season that he's had foot arthritis. Like, the cruel jokes are writing themselves at this point.
If he's at a point where he physically feels like I cannot put my body through this anymore, then the answer is, it's pretty clear. But if it's also, hey, listen, maybe I can't play 35 minutes a night. Maybe I can't play 65 games, but maybe I can play 55 games or 50 games, and I can manage my minutes, and I can be on a good team, and I can make a chance to go compete at the highest level while I still can do it. Because I think of Brady and Kershaw and the juxtaposition. Like, Kershaw was clearly, we're done, man. Brady is still, how long has he been out of the league? 3 years? He took a year off. Then he did 2 years of TV, right? So it's been 3 years since he's been out of the league. And he still has that itch that he needs to scratch. And LeBron is like those guys.
The difference, though, I think, between LeBron and Brady, and I think Kobe was a lot like this, too, because when Kobe announced that he was going to retire, I remember a lot of people at the time saying, oh, he'll eventually come back because he lives, sleeps, breathes basketball. He's not going to be able to be away from the game. I'm like, he ain't coming back.
Yeah.
In part because post-Achilles, like, Kobe was a shell of himself, but also Kobe had so many other interests. He was like an intellectually curious guy.
Yes.
He's a smart guy. He won an Oscar after it. Like, he had production companies. I think he wrote a book. Like, he did all sorts of stuff. LeBron has actually been living his post-basketball career in real time while playing because he's played longer than everybody, including LeBron, expected.
By the way, SportsCenter's live from the owners' meeting. Mike McCarthy, you speak of looking like vampires. He looks bad, man. He looks pale, red eyes.
Aren't they? He probably can't go outside in Phoenix at this time of year. He'll explode into a ball of fire.
I mean,
like that's
sorry to derail your point, Andy, but
that's
Mike
not
McCarthy,
happen.
he doesn't look healthy, man. He looks bad.
He didn't look healthy 10 years ago.
Look at him. He's, oh, man.
Then he would not be a vampire because vampires look young forever and great,
Yeah, no, that's a aging vampire. If that's yeah. He needs a shave. He needs some sunlight. He needs a spray tan. He needs something.
I
don't think LeBron's going to have the
Pittsburgh.
I think when he retires, he'll be able to retire.
So I ordered them immediately when I could because there was a wait to order them through the Nike website.
What?
I told you this last week, but I have them. I'll bring them in studio next segment. The LeBron Nike Beats collab that was shown in his golf commercial where, for once, LeBron is actually smiling. He looks happy as could be on a golf course. I think that's going to be his second save. Tiger is no longer with Nike. Jordan never figured out how to make Nike Jordan Golf a brand. They sell some of the shoes and people wear them, but they're not really comfortable, frankly, for golf. And I love Jordan, but they're not comfortable for golfers. LeBron, that's going to be his second stage. On the golf course, happy, wearing Nike gear, still making them millions of dollars, making himself millions of dollars, and he's happy. He's at peace.
Well, but there's also, too, the way we see LeBron play golf right now is relatable.
Yes.
And that's one of the great equalizers with golf, and one of the great appeals is everybody struggles. Like, even you see pros struggle. And even someone like me, I'm not a good golfer by any stretch. But every now and then, somebody like me hits a shot that even a pro would not be able to do better.
Right.
Like, I can think of a couple times where I had a shot, I don't care what pro you're talking about, they would not have done that shot better. Now, they would have been able to do it 9 other times. You could give me 1,000,000 tries and I couldn't do it again. But that universal part of golf, LeBron can actually depict that as LeBron James.
I believe that he has as bright of a future post-basketball as anybody could possibly have. I just don't think that future is coming as soon as I might have thought a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. And I don't know if it's in L.A. I don't know if it's somewhere else. We can talk about that coming up.
Here it comes, the report from Adam Schefter.
What do you got?
Tiger Woods announced he's stepping away to concentrate on other things.
Yeah.
To seek treatment and focus on his health.
Good.
Good.
Well, I hope so.
Fuck with some.
No, come on. Not on that one.
He is – I think we're going to have a Tiger where he becomes virtual recluse.
Yeah.
I just don't think you're going to see him. He's hated being in the public eye virtually his entire life. Most of the time when we talk about him of late in the last several years has been car crash, drug addiction,
I was going to say, I don't want to come off as recklessly speculating, but it seems like he is dealing with some type of addiction.
Seems like
and based on what was found in his pocket, according to police report, hydrocone, that's an opioid.
Yeah.
Like, that is no joke.
No.
And if that is what he's dealing with, he needs help immediately.
DeAndre, you still have some of those connects in Palm Springs to get you some?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
By the way, you want to go to the JM Eagle LA? Don't give me that look. You want to go to the JM Eagle LA Championship? Listen to DeMarco and Travis. That's this show for your chance to win a 4-pack of GA tickets. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7 and 10, and you're headed to the tournament. Also at 3:47. What are you thinking next, Trav?
I'm thinking a little Roki next.
Okay.
A little Roki / Ohtani. Ohtani tonight, Roki last night, and
Shohei
we need to
Ohtani.
chill out on Roki a little bit. Give him a little bit of time. That's coming up next. Andy's in for DeMarco. It's DeMarco and Trav, ESPN LA.
You know, my downtown LA home away from home, along with Cappy, is the East Central Hotel right across the street. I was there last night after the game. Tonight I'm going back to Anaheim. But then I'll be back there tomorrow night after the Kings game. Trav, it's just like home. When I walk in, Mr. Morales, you're here.
And you get the hand.
You get to every amazing giant hotel room. We could fit the whole crew in here into those hotel rooms. The biggest hotel rooms in downtown LA. Have your whole party, old party. And yes, in each room is the giant hand. You could put your keys on there, your phone, your wallet. Or if you've got Trudell with you, you just prop Trudell up there and sit him on the hand. Why not? And they've got the middle towel. I use it for my privates. You've got your washcloth, you've got your middle towel, and then you got the big bath towels. The softest towels in downtown LA, as Cappy says.
It's called a hand towel.
It's the middle towel.
Which is called a hand towel.
I use it for my privates.
You can use it for whatever you want, but you should identify it correctly.
Next time. Oh, there's Cappy. Cappy, come in here and talk about me using the middle towel for my privates. Come in here.
I love how Cappy said, "Oh, really?" As if that's not something Morales would bring up.
Wait, Cappy's been here all day. What have you been doing?
Oh, I just had lunch with Beto. Hi, guys.
You had lunch with Beto?
Yeah.
Did you pay?
Maybe.
Where'd you go?
Whole Foods.
Nice. What'd you get?
I go to the bar, like where they have all the prepared. I had
foods?
it's like nice meatballs.
Oh, you get the meatball.
Well, I want to try and do the protein thing.
Okay.
So I had nice meatballs, meat the ball. I had this pork thing that they had going on today. Had a nice little sliver of meatloaf.
Oh,
meat the loaf. Yeah. and then I had like some broccoli and some cauliflower and some saffron rice. Did you really want this level of
Yes.
detail?
By the way, what I love,
Look at my face. Yes.
What I love
I
about
did.
today is Sedano came into Mason, Ireland. Lindsay and I are here for the afternoon show, and now you're coming in.
Yeah.
The morning show is just infiltrating everything.
I just want you guys to know,
Project Suffocate is on.
we grind on the morning show. We are here all day long. So if
You
anybody,
are the true rise and grind culture.
Yeah, if
You
we're
guys.
needed, we're here. We're available.
I love
You
it.
look like you've leaned out a little bit.
Is that right?
Here. Yeah.
Well, you got off the creatine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
now
true.
Travis is on creatine.
Oh, you are?
Oh,
I
no,
am.
don't.
I got puffy.
Dr. Clapper
I
said
put-
no creatine.
I put on a little weight since I started it.
Yeah, I got puffy. DeAndre cautioned me. He said, you're going to get a little puffy.
Yeah, you are.
I-
Got to drink some water, too.
I drink
Dr.
a lot of
Clapper
water.
said,
Yeah.
he said at your age, no creatine.
I've gotten stronger.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You'll throw people around.
Cream or
Yeah.
clear?
This is more of a powder version.
You should try and put Morales on your shoulders to
No,
prove
thank
how
you.
much stronger
No,
you've gotten.
I haven't gotten that strong.
I've
Happy
done it.
did that just a few months ago.
I did it. Now you should do
I'm
it.
not there yet.
How about you, Andy?
Could I put Morales on my shoulders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a back issue.
You know what? No.
I will
No.
crumble to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you look like
Oh,
got a
thanks
little
a hell of a
jawline
lot,
going.
man. Really.
Yeah.
Maybe I've lost one of 4 chins.
Well, he's been on this diet.
You know?
He's been on
It's
this
the
protein
meat.
diet.
It's the meatballs and the meatloaf.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm
Love
trying
a
to
good
avoid.
meatloaf.
Yeah. Oh, meatloaf is good.
How badly do you want mashed potatoes with that meatloaf?
I wanted it, but I wasn't
Yeah.
going to do it. I wasn't
Well,
going to do it.
potato here and there won't hurt you.
No, but I
It's a
just
good
decided to
starch.
go vegetables, you know?
Nice.
But it becomes a gateway potato. And then before you know it,
Especially
you're,
with this guy.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you're
have
all
no
into the
discipline.
starch.
No discipline. But the nice thing about the Whole Foods here in downtown LA is it's a wild scene in there, man. You know, and me and Beto, we just contribute right to it.
Look at
You know
Beto.
what I'm saying? Like, there was this woman sitting right over Beto's shoulder, and she is screaming in what I think was Mandarin. I think that was the language she was saying. Screaming at the top of her lungs, talking to somebody on her AirPods. And I'm like, girlfriend, shut the hell up. You know, like, stop. This is what people, am I wrong? Oh, she had a mic? Oh, my God, it was crazy. But just there's characters everywhere.
When did we decide that we're not going to speak into the phone, that we're going to hold it out here like Andy in
I
this
don't know.
microphone?
Yeah, Andy, what's up with you?
Again,
you don't want to be on the mic like all of us?
That was one segment. I've been on the mic since.
You're a good 6 inches away.
I feel like this is on
Travis.
the mic.
Good job,
I feel
Travis.
like this is on the mic.
No,
I was
this
trying
is
to
really
play the
on.
role of DeMarco.
No, you put that thing in your mouth.
Yeah, put it. Can we cut that up for the morning show tomorrow?
It's an Ireland mic.
Yeah.
Not until I get my own 5-day-a-week show am I going to start putting the mouth on the mic.
Just wipe it down. We've got plenty of wipes. All right, Cappy,
Yes, sir.
tomorrow morning, the Sedano and Cap
Am I
morning show
excused?
for a windy Wednesday. What?
Wendy told me that he's not
So
going to be here
apparently,
tomorrow.
but here's the thing. What is Sedano coming in tomorrow?
I think
We're
so.
going to do this
I
right
just
on your show.
texted-
Don't worry
Yeah, I
about it.
just
talk our
texted you
business.
guys to let you know that Wendy's
What can
going
I
to
do
be
for
in
you?
the air during our show.
Oh, so that could mean a windy Thursday
Windy
now.
Thursday.
So no windy Wednesday.
What are we going to do?
I don't know.
So you never got an answer. Is Sedano coming in or not tomorrow?
I don't think so.
Is he doing the game tonight?
No.
No. He's.
Okay.
I think he's going to come in tomorrow.
You think he's coming in?
I think he had so much fun today
We had a lot of fun today.
that he's going to come in tomorrow.
And Cappy and I didn't get into a fight.
Nope, no fighting.
I heard you were mad he put his head down.
I was a little mad about a couple of things that were happening in the moment, you
Okay.
know. But the head down thing, he's like, then he started yelling at me. He's like, you
I
know,
did not yell.
He immediately yelled at me.
No,
He
I
said-
put my head down, and then he goes, "I can see you. Why you put your head down?"
And it occurred to me.
I know how you became JT the Brick in that whole thing.
But in the moment, I realized you don't look at me when I'm elsewhere. You don't actually see me, do you?
I don't see you.
See, we got to have another computer set up in front of you so that you can be on the same thing. So me and George are looking at each other.
I'm not looking at you.
Yeah, and then I get to see what's going on in the studio based on who's turning the camera where. I want you to see me.
Yeah, I've got enough to do in
No,
the
but
morning.
don't you want to see me?
Not really, no.
What?
Well, I see you on YouTube, but I don't see you in
No,
real
you're-
time.
I
If
want
you
you-
have so much to do in the morning, maybe you should focus more on that and not do this on Tuesdays in
Now,
the
see,
afternoon.
that's
our
interesting.
friends at
Fuck
Providence make sure that I do this. Trust me, I would rather be at home asleep right now. And so would a lot of our listeners. But my friends at Providence, I don't know if you know this, they saved my life.
Yeah.
And it is the final day of Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Andy, when is
Have
the
you?
last time you had a hand up the wazoo or you pooped in a box?
Those are your
For
options.
fun or for medical reasons?
Providence.org/SCA colonoscopy. Get
Good
yourself
answer.
checked out because early detection can mean you live. If you don't get early detection, you could die.
I have, all joking aside, had my scope. Everybody should have their scope.
When did you have your scope most recently?
I would say a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You due for another one yet?
Good
No,
turn on
I
you.
come back when I told him to come back.
Okay.
Took a turn on you.
Trav, yourself?
I have my very first one in 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You
Yeah.
doing the pill? You doing the liquid?
Drink.
You'd have a party.
Yeah.
For a guy who loves food and drink, you are going to be miserable.
That's what I've heard.
It's so bad.
I've heard it's
Tastes
really
so
rough.
bad.
Yeah. And
like
fast
naps?
acting too, right?
Yeah, but that part of it is actually a pleasurable experience.
Okay.
It's the drinking it that sucks.
Yeah, I've heard it's rancid.
Out the back door is
Yeah.
like
All right.
wide open.
Well, we'll find out. I'll give you a full update
Okay.
in,
With
in a couple of
arms
weeks.
wide open. No, the sleep is good. Remember, I was on propofol for like 4 days when I was in a coma. The sleep is good.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking about when they actually
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
the exam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't they give you propofol for a
I don't know.
colonoscopy?
They
I think
give you
do.
like your like a twilight sedation kind of situation.
Oh, they don't give
Oh,
you
really?
propofol
Yeah.
for
You
the
are out
colonoscopy?
That's what
fast.
killed
Oh,
Michael
real fast.
Jackson.
Yeah.
It is, but
propofol.
that's what they gave me for the coma.
They're like, "Hey, Travis, I really loved your take on," and you're like out, and you wake up and you're like, "What happened?"
Are we done?
Yeah.
We started?
May I ask a quick question before we go to this break? Has Chris?
This has
Time
been
out.
the break.
oh, has
That's fine.
It's been a read.
Has Chris made mention today of a former colleague who
Oh,
used
yeah.
to be in this studio?
Did you see the Sliwa news?
No.
We'll do that plus Dodgers in about, 2.5 minutes? That's next.
Dodgers.
The DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show with Andy on ESPN LA.
ESPN LA family on personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand. 2026 marks 15 years that you've trusted me to represent you. When you're hurt and down, I'm honored to fight for you in personal injury cases when it matters most. Numbers don't lie. I'm the real deal. The voice you hear is a voice you get. If you've been injured in an accident, call 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, built on trust, proven by results.
Hey guys, it's tournament time and Pizza Hut is bringing the heat with their new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, and finished with buttery garlic parm seasoning for bold flavor in every bite. All tournament long, grab a large pizza with any 3 toppings for just $10.99, available for delivery or carryout. When the games heat up, keep the Pizza Hut coming. Cut down the nets with the $10.99 large 3-topping pizza deal. Order now at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app and bring home the win.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese and toppings, stuffed crust, and original pan.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Harry Douglas here. I don't wait for birthdays to celebrate. I grab Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes like rich vanilla birthday cake with buttery funfetti goodness. Seriously, it's unapologetically extra in the best way. And it's sugar-free, so I get all that cake flavor without the guilt. It's tiny, portable, and ready for whenever I need a quick boost. I keep one with me because you never know when you'll need a little party energy. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
357. This is from the Boogie Night soundtrack, Jack. It's a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. Of the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, Andy Kamenetsky, may I see it, is sitting in for DeMarco Farr, Scott Kaplan, which you can hear the Sedano and Cap Morning Show, along with producer Lindsay. Producer Lindsay's here, too. It's a morning show takeover of the afternoon show. Don't know how Travis feels about that, but
I'm fine.
Here we are. Before we get to the Dodgers, the Dodgers. By the way, we're back at Legends Attic in Claremont on Friday, this Friday, April 3rd, from 3 to 6 p.m. with DeMarco and Travis, welcoming MLB legends Darryl Strawberry and Eric Davis. Come hang with us. Enjoy giveaways, special guests, and incredible art by Dave Hobrecht at the ultimate sports fan destination. Grab your tickets now at legensaddict.com. And, Travis, for people like me in my age group, and even a little bit older, Darryl Strawberry and Eric Davis, that was going to be coming off of the 88 World Series, then a few bad years, that was going to be it.
It was the relaunch.
Darryl Strawberry, Eric Davis, Brett Butler, we were going to win again, and then we didn't.
It didn't work out.
Did not work out.
It did not work out, but I'm stoked to. I've talked to Straw once before. He's a super interesting guy. I've never spoken to Eric Davis, so looking forward to that. He's both local guys, both LA guys. So,
oh yeah.
Were they born here?
They were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of them.
Turn on your mic.
Straw went to Crenshaw, and I'm not sure where Davis went, but Davis was on the All the Smoke pod. Awesome. I'm very, very excited to talk to him.
He fits that show.
Very
that is
well.
that is a great pairing of hosts and guests.
Yes. Can't wait.
I'm very jealous of all these great interviews you get when you do the Legends Attic tour.
Yeah.
You get a lot of great interviews of some really classic dudes that people would love to talk to, which is why I love listening to that stuff.
Yeah.
Eric Davis.
Can't wait.
Love that one. And
We
Darryl
did
Strawberry.
Pedro Martinez 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
was
just
great.
crazy. Pedro was amazing.
So we're a little behind here. So we're going to do 5 minutes or so here, and then we'll take a timeout, then come back and do more Dodgers, get back on time. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
Because we're a little behind. But the breaking news, congratulations to our former teammate, the great Alan Sliwa.
Yeah.
Slee.
Who is now the afternoon host of 760 a.m. in San Diego.
You notice the way he says it? He laughs.
I didn't laugh.
You did. You chuckled.
This is, so Cappy sends us all the headline at 4:15 this morning on the text. And I had seen the headline last night.
Oh, you did?
And I didn't say anything. I just was like, okay, I'll save it. Cappy immediately is lighting the match, trying to stoke the flame and trying to get the bits going. And by the way, I didn't bring it up on the air. Cappy goes to it early, just like he did here.
I'm excited for him.
Trying to get me to say something.
What?
Well, you are a legend in San Diego.
I don't know if that's
the
truth, but
when I walk in the streets of LA with like somebody like Keyshawn, people say, "Hey, Key." Now, when I walk in San Diego or Solana Beach with Cappy, "Hey, aren't you Scott Kaplan?
What up?"
Is that how you respond?
When you go
Is
to,
that your go-to response?
When you go to Del,
what up?
When you go to Del Mar, he's the mayor of Del Mar.
That's a nice place to be the mayor
You
of.
should come down. You should.
Can I bring my e-bike?
You bring both your e-bikes, bring your
Okay.
wife, bring everybody.
You know he has a horse, right?
I did not know you have a horse.
Really?
I know you're at the track
Yeah.
frequently.
No, I got
didn't know you were an owner.
A lot of horses.
Okay.
No, you can go into the what do they call it?
It's called the Great Friends Stables, and you
But
should.
you can go inside where the horses are.
Yeah,
What are
you
they
can
called?
go into the paddock area,
Yeah.
and that's I took Chris and showed him like the inside of
Wait,
the
what is
sport.
the panic area?
Paddock.
Oh, I think you said the panic
Yeah,
area.
no, that's no.
That's
no.
where the horse likes to chill out right before he
We're
goes
picturing
crazy.
like a panic room of horses
No,
or
it's
something
where
like
we
that.
panic before we're like, this horse better win. You know, look like a bunch of jerks.
You could see the Schwans. He'll show it. All that.
Horses have impressive fronts.
Great.
The horse will show it, not Cappy.
Yeah, no. I might point it out. You know?
DeAndre, don't you miss this?
He doesn't look like he
DeAndre
does.
just has that.
Yeah.
DeAndre has that laugh. Like Cap's my like old ass white uncle who just says some stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You know, he just laughs at me.
I'm happy for Slee. That's great news.
It's good.
That's great news.
Good for him. I feel for him, though, on the other hand. I mean, listen, how much Padres and Aztecs can you talk? And I mean, believe me, I did it for years. Now, this is like the greatest thing ever. Lakers, Dodgers, Kings, Rams, and then if I
USC.
USC, and then I can go another layer on every one of those teams. Go too deep, you know?
You don't want to break down Darvish sitting out of taking the season off?
I do not. No, I do not.
What about San Diego State and their big linebacker guy?
I don't know what that is
I
about.
don't either.
But listen, I'm still super close with like the basketball coach, Brian Dutcher at San Diego State. You know, I still support San Diego State. I still follow the Padres because everybody who's, one of my podcast listeners, they're all, mostly Padre fans. A lot of Dodger fans in there, though, stoking the
We're
flame.
infiltrating.
Oh, yeah.
Did you put one in your mouth?
I haven't.
So this is his other thing. These are called whips.
Okay.
They are energy pouches.
What are they, caffeine?
200 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah.
Now, let me just ask you.
Yeah, so one day we just come in, and Cap's just got this big wad in his mouth of,
he's got a fatty?
Whatever. And that's what Chris asked him. He's like, is that a dip? And he's like, no, it's whip.
Now, let me ask you. If you were 57 years old
Mm-hmm.
and you were on a blood pressure medication,
Mm-hmm.
do you think that you would put something mainlining right into your bloodline, into your mouth, into your jaw, of 200 milligrams of caffeine? Do you think that's a wise idea?
It looks fine.
Wait,
He didn't take one, yo.
you're 57?
No. I'm
Okay.
not. No.
Okay,
no.
I was like, whoa,
I
whoa,
know,
whoa.
right. It's like LeBron is 41, but he's 27.
He's 57.
I'm not 57.
Why do you think I said that?
He's not telling you the truth.
Well, sorry, are you 56?
How old do you think I am, Andy?
I was going to say I'm 51.
Okay.
He's not.
51?
He's not.
Okay. Trav?
I'm going to say 57.
56.
56.
Wow.
So now, because I'm 56, I can take the whip. Now, what I try and tell everybody in the morning is you guys should take the whip. Because then I'll whip. And then yeah. Right. So what are you laughing at? So Lindsay is drinking an orange Fanta.
Those are good.
And I said to her, I go, what are you drinking an orange Fanta for? She said, I need caffeine. I said, let me get you a whip.
She's like 35.
Well, she can whip and she can name it.
41 years old.
Well,
Let me
these are amazing. Here, you got to try one of these. Trav.
No, I'm not going to try one.
No?
That's a lot of. How much is the caffeine is like in a big Starbucks?
Starbucks is probably like 100 milligrams.
Okay, so.
But like regular
that's a lot.
coffee is what, 60
That's
milligrams?
like a Red Bull or a Celsius.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
it's
that's a lot.
except that's going through your digestive system. This is right into your bloodline, in your gums.
Try one, Trav.
Trav, do you know how to whip or nay-nay?
I know how to neither whip nor nay-nay.
Man, Cap, don't let Cap fool you, man. Cap knows nothing.
What do you mean, Cap?
Cap knows nothing about the whip or the nay-nay.
Really? You don't think so?
No.
How do you think this came to be? I said, yo, I'm taking the whip. And then Brianna's like, the whip? I'm like, yeah.
When do you take
I
your
whip?
when do you whip?
And then I nay-nay. Yeah.
When do you whip?
On occasion when I'm like really tired, but I can't like take a
Well,
nap.
you're not going to whip now.
I may whip soon.
Will you be able to? If you whip, can you sleep?
Well, oh yeah, no problem. But
Really?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go to the game tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got stuff for the sleeping part.
Yeah.
Oh, you should come up with something like pouches that help you go to sleep after the whip.
Good idea.
Melatonin patches.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
$1 million idea
Put
right
one
there.
on each side.
Right.
You just kind of even out.
Whip.
And nay-nay.
Whip it good.
Sedano and Cap Morning Show tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I guess it's not a Windy Wednesday. I'm still going to do the Windy Open, though.
You know what? You should play Windy tomorrow. Like, you should come in tomorrow as Windy and do all basketball analysis as if you were Windy.
Sedano he'll just leave.
Yeah, he might.
All right, let's catch up. 2.5 minute timeout or so. Then we'll do Dodgers with Travis, the Dodgers expert, right next to Greg Bergman. Maybe we'll get Bergman in here, too.
Yeah,
Full morning
Bergie.
show takeover.
Bergie.
On the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on a live Imaging Tuesday presented by Providence.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station. Los Angeles, your chance to win an Aston Martin is waiting for you at Hard Rock Casino Tajon. Unity by Hard Rock members can receive entries on Thursdays and Saturdays in April for a chance to win a 2026 Aston Martin. Not a member yet? Signing up is easy. Visit casino.hardrock.com/Tajon. That's casino.hardrock.com/Tajon. Or download the Unity by Hard Rock app. Hard Rock Casino Tajon. The easiest drive from downtown LA. Details at casino.hardrock.com/Tajon.
Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace. And I'm Ireland. And John, we are friends with Jacob and Ronnie, who is like the guy if you're involved in any kind of accident.
So if you get in an accident, what's your first thought? Like, what do I do? Where should I go? Who should I talk to? This is easy. You just call Jacob. 800-345-6789.
Yeah, I mean, the car's totaled. Who do you count on? The adjuster calls. Who do you count on? When you can't work, who do you count on? When your kid is hurt, who do you count on? Count on Jacob.
Again, that number is 800-345-6789. Just put it in your phone. Once you got it in your phone, then you don't have to think if one of these things happens to you. You counted on Jacob, and it worked out great for you.
Absolutely did. 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show right here on ESPN LA.
The Far Side.
And it's time for the Far Side, presented by our friends at Highlands.
The Far Side.
Weekday afternoons at 4 p.m.
Time for the Far Side with DeMarco Far, right now on the Travis and DeMarco Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
.408 on a live MG Tuesday presented by Providence. The DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. Andy Kamenetsky sitting in for DeMarco. And Greg Bergman's here. Time for the Far Side, Travis edition, and then we'll get to Dodgers.
No, we're going to do the Dodgers in the Far Side.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, why
You're
not?
going to mix it all together?
Why not? We're going to mix it all together.
Let's do that.
We're going to mix it all together. Ohtani makes his first start of the season. It's the first time, maybe a start or two towards the end of last year, but it never really felt like he was just fully unleashed, like go do your worst, right, or your best. It does feel like we're teed up. You saw what he did against the Angels in the final game of the Freeway Series where he struck out 11 guys in about 5 seconds, just went right through them. And I get it. The Angels aren't very good. It's spring training. So you strike out 11 guys, and I think it was 5 innings in a spring training game.
Small amount of innings.
It was an incredible performance. Everything you've heard from these guys, whether it's Brandon Gomes, whether it's Mark Pryor, Dave Roberts, Andrew Friedman, the catchers that have been catching, everybody says he's turned it up a notch. The Cy Young is really the World Series MVP he still needs to do. The Cy Young is a pitching award that he has not accomplished yet. If he's able to do a Cy Young award, if he's even close to it, let's say he finishes second or third or whatever, are we done with whatever debate there may be as far as the best player to ever put on a baseball uniform? And maybe the answer is already yes because of what he's done, but that ends it, right? It kind of ends it in the way that Tom Brady being the best quarterback. Like there are other very good guys, but there's no second answer.
Who do you think the debate is still between Shohei and blank?
Ruth.
Is that still an argument, though? I mean, if you think about it, just because, why? Is it Ruth because that he did both things?
No, it's that's part of it.
Because he only did that for a few years. I think it was only 1 year that he hit and pitched at the same time.
It's a little bit longer than 1 year.
It was either 1 or 2. It wasn't a lot.
It's been, Shohei has pitched a little longer than Ruth did. And Shohei's numbers are Ruth-like through a similar point in their career.
Really quick, you just said, like, if, say, he comes close to winning the Cy.
He's had a second place before, right?
He's at a fourth place.
A fourth place.
He has a fourth place Cy Young?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
2022, assuming I'm reading this correctly on Baseball Reference, he was fourth.
And he also finished second in the MVP that year, I believe.
Right. So he was fourth already in Cy Young voting.
And he's going to be on a much better team. But kind of the Ruth part of it, and I think the reason Ruth is the answer is, or at least the competition, he was so much better than everyone else in the league at the time in a way that Shohei is that much better than everyone else.
It was a pre-integrated league.
It was.
But look up Babe Ruth there because it's very
other
small.
Other than, if you believe some of the talk,
other than Babe Ruth was maybe the guy that was integrating the league.
So
right?
I think yes. I think the answer is decidedly yes because it's a like you said, it's a different era. It's a different type of ball players. The fact that this is a completely wide open league of players from not just America, from the Dominican Republic, from Cuba, from Japan, Korea, from everywhere in the world. The best of the best are all playing in Major League Baseball. Yes, it does that because now you're the best pitcher and you're the best hitter in the league at the exact same time.
Andy, you think it ends it?
I'm looking right now at Babe Ruth's baseball reference. You know he was only league MVP once?
Yeah, that feels
I'm just saying.
Jordan-esque.
I'm just saying you got to hold this against Babe
So
Ruth.
yeah, if you look down
Only
his
a
pitching
two-time
stat-
All-Star.
They didn't have the All-Star
Yeah,
game. for
did
most of
it
his
happen in
career.
his last 2 years?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long they were keeping batting titles, but only one.
Yeah.
Only one.
I think it's, well, again, but like his lifetime average something like 350. Am I
342.
342.
Pretty
Okay.
good.
Yeah, the game was different. I think
Yeah.
the reason they're similar to me is they both were so much different than all of their contemporaries. And I think that's why Ohtani, to me, other than the fact that he hits a bunch of home runs, he steals bases, he's doing things that no one else does. No one hit any home runs when Babe Ruth was hitting home runs. He hit more home runs than entire teams. So that's where I think the comparison is. But as far as longevity, Ruth's got him by a mile, but Shohei's still got a lot of runway left.
Yeah, no, he still has he has a lot of years left. He still has including this year, 8 years left on his contract with the Dodgers. So, that's a lot of money that's still going in. But the fact that he's not the best hitter of all time. He's not the best pitcher of all time, right?
No.
But he is, if you combine the two of them, he's the best of everything that there is. I keep trying to make this argument and people just shout me down, and that's totally fine. He's up there. If he does this Cy Young, I think he's up there for greatest athletes of all time for doing two totally separate. They're different.
They're totally different.
You pitched. It is not the same in any sense as hitting a baseball.
It's not, but they're both baseball, though. That's why I would still
But
tend
it's two
to defer.
totally separate parts of the game.
I hear you. I'm not trying to throw any cold water on your argument. I'm just saying, though, but being able to play baseball at an all-star level like Bo Jackson and also be an MVP level running back like Bo Jackson or Deion Sanders or whatever it is, that to me is a little bit different.
You would need him to go.
But the answer,
you would need him to go and play ice hockey and be the best goal scorer in the league and score like 70 goals.
But hadn't Bo not had that terrible injury, Bo would have won an MVP in both leagues.
Right.
Like that's how good
Did
Bo
Deion
was.
Sanders get close to winning an MVP in either one?
No, I don't.
But he was very good in both.
He was the best player at his position in football,
right?
And he was
a very good
borderline all-star caliber player in baseball,
right?
But Bo was the MVP of both.
Yeah,
like until Ohtani scores 30 a night in the NBA, then that's what we're talking about.
I just really think very highly of the man because of what he does, and it's such a high level and everything. I really do believe that if he was to go play basketball, he probably wouldn't make the NBA right now. Travis, why are you trying to attack Morales? But I think if he put his mind to it, not at this point, like earlier in his life, he could have gotten to a level to be able to play basketball because he's that good of an athlete.
Going through some research, they did not start doing the All-Star game until 1933,
right?
Which was Babe Ruth's first and then second year of making the All-Star team. However, it appears 1935 at age 40, either something of an injury-riddled season for Babe Ruth or he really fell off.
Yeah,
he did not make the All-Star team. So we got to consider that
year?
too.
1940.
No, he was 40 years old in 1935.
He didn't do too much there.
I don't
40
think
years
Babe
old in
took very good
1935.
care of himself.
But
he could really do the jitterbug.
You see?
The Hully Gully?
Yeah, see, I think that Babe Ruth's a little bit overrated there.
He's not the bee's knees.
They were, though, keeping batting titles for several years that he played, and he only won one.
That's because guys were hitting 460 back then.
Why didn't Babe do it?
Because he was hitting 60 home runs when the other teams would hit 4.
And his breakfast was whiskey
and
and cigarettes.
And, I believe he's more of a chew man.
Oh, he
than
might have been a chew.
Man. Yeah. It was a different time.
He was eating prime rib before the game. And
He was eating
prime rib
during.
Yeah, I think during the game, you'd hit home run, walk to the dugout, and just take a bite of it.
Overrated.
Nice suit by Trudell.
Why do you keep saying that? I hear you keep saying overrated prime rib. It's delicious.
Fatty.
It's delicious.
Not if you get the end cut.
The end cut is the only piece that's somewhat acceptable. There's so many
By
better
the way,
cuts.
so what's wrong with sticking a piece of fat in your mouth?
I don't want fatty beef. Don't want it. I like my beef lean.
Listen, now that I'm on this protein kick, I'm eating a lot of ground turkey.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful meat.
You don't go with the lean turkey?
Oh, 99.1.
Turkey is lean.
You get the 99. You get the 99.1. You get 120 grams per pound. 120 grams of
That's
protein.
a lot.
But once in a while, a nice piece of fatty prime rib with the au jus. And the
I do like
horseradish.
I do like the jus and the radish, but if
Well, easy how you say that like that, but
We're sitting right here.
Did you not think I knew?
And we are a horseradish people.
It's very spicy.
Very much so. No, it is part of our traditional culture.
What do you put it on?
Passover is tomorrow.
Passover,
What would you apply it to?
Is this
to
the one where you blow the shofar?
No, that would be Rosh Hashanah.
You're right. That's in September.
The horseradish is often applied to the matzah.
Okay.
You eat it to be reminded of the bitter tears of our
Right.
ancestors.
You
A
don't
lot
like
of bitter
horseradish?
tears in our ancestors.
You don't like horseradish?
I do like horseradish.
Because, by the way, downstairs, the Lazy Dog, they've got a great like French dip, but it's got horseradish. They make it with horseradish in the dressing of the of the sandwich. It's beautiful.
I'm in on that.
Yeah.
I'm in on that.
Did you see the French dip place close down forever?
Coles did.
Yeah, remember
yeah.
they had they were like, oh, we're closing. Nope, not anymore. But then they really did.
Did they ever settle who won, Philippe or Coles? I know that's been a long-running argument.
I had Philippe's on Saturday.
Yeah.
Philippe's.
Well, that doesn't mean that just because you went there, that doesn't
So I
settle
went
the
to
argument.
Kohl's. We all went to Kohl's a few months ago.
I
when
understand.
Cappy took-
But who invented the sandwich?
Oh, I don't
That's
know who
been
invented it, but I'll
the
tell you who's
long-running
better at it.
argument.
Yes, that
you
has-
prefer Philippe's?
For
Yeah,
years,
yeah.
it's been debated.
Yeah.
Philippe's.
They both have a plaque in the restaurant saying they invented it. They both can't have invented
It's just
it.
like any other restaurant that says world famous.
I mean, there's
blank.
100 original Tommies around now.
Tommy's number 5, Tommy's number
Can't all be
55.
right.
You can be the original number 5 and the
Right.
original number 4.
Exactly.
It's like an elf when he goes past the coffee place and he's like, you finally done it! The world's best coffee! Congratulations! And they're like, what?
Trudell, you're here. Horseradish is white, so you probably don't eat it.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, can't stand it. Yeah.
You don't like horseradish?
No,
You can't
it's-
He doesn't
stand
eat
it?
things that are
yeah.
white unless it's frosted.
Don't like white sauces. Yeah, ranch,
It's not really a
horseradish,
sauce, it's
anything
a
like
Well,
that.
dressing.
ranch is for children.
Dressings,
a root.
all of the above that are white, terrible. Frosting, excellent. That's my position.
By the way,
where's
there was a lot-
Cappy?
Well, he was here for a
just
second.
left.
I'm starting to like this about the station. I never know who might be in on what specific.
By the way,
specific
there was
show.
a lot of time spent on you today in the sales meeting.
Okay, well that's encouraging.
A lot of Trudell talk.
Well, I had a good talk with Bergman yesterday.
We did. We had a very good talk.
Bergman's it's impressed me. He
So
sounded
you're
like
okay
a
with him
real.
because you used to not like him.
No, that's not true.
It was a
I got the
one
text
point.
messages to prove it.
No, that's not true.
I
I've
have
never
the
sent
text
a negative
messages
text message.
via Sedano to me to prove it.
First of all, if I texted Sedano about Greg, which I didn't, there are other people that have, he would not have shown that to you. That would have broken the circle of trust with me and Sedano.
Let me tell you something.
If
I'll
he
just
has,
leave it at that.
He's trying.
I am already now going to call him and ask him if this
Well,
happens.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Do it on the air next. Why not?
I mean, I'm not going to do
kidding.
that. But Greg also hasn't smelled any of my food
In a
since
long
the
time.
sandwich
That's a
incident.
win.
Yeah, so that's
a win
good.
for you.
Yeah. You guys excited for? Oh, thanks, buddy. Little nudge there. Did I look comfortable that time, Travis?
Not especially. No,
Is there any point that you would be comfortable with that?
never.
Is
No.
Lindsay doing all right with Cavs
Lindsay's
coming
doing
into
great.
town?
She's going
Here?
She's going to the game tonight.
Yeah.
And the
Have you heard
and the
the
Gardos tomorrow.
Yeah. Have you heard the Cavs song?
No.
Oh,
Please.
it's a great song.
Oh yeah, I've heard that play before.
It's a great song.
Feels
One of the better.
70s-ish.
What
Yes.
does Lindsay think's
Car
going to
wash
happen in the
style.
game tonight?
I have no idea.
None?
So LeBron usually brings it when he plays Cleveland, but he is 41 years old, so I don't know.
He's not going to flip the
Okay.
switch.
He might. I did just tell DeAndre he might flip the switch tonight. Might be one of those nights.
We're seeing a lot of Luka tonight.
A lot of Luka.
Luka's going to want to. He's going to want to A, make up for lost time. B, make it up to his teammates for not being there against the Wizards.
That's right.
Yep.
The Ontario Tower Buzzers opening day is this Thursday, April 2nd. Travis and Sua Kravitz. Oh, Sua. We'll be broadcasting live there from 3 to 5 p.m. as the Buzzers take on Lake Elsinore to kick off their inaugural season there at ONT Stadium. Come hang out, catch the show, and be part of opening day for the Ontario Tower Buzzers this Thursday with Travis and Sua and ESPN LA. You excited?
I am. I love going to any baseball game, but minor league baseball could be a lot of fun. They do a lot of goofy stuff at those games. It's a blast. I'm looking forward to it.
Trudell's here. Gregor Arthur Bergman stopped by. We'll do a little Rams next.
I think we should do Lakers next.
You want to do Lakers next?
How long are you here for today?
I am here until like 5:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got a
later
little
game
extra
today.
time. A little extra.
Yeah, 7:30 game.
Yeah.
I want to know
Better
why
than the 8 o'clock game.
That 8 o'clock game was because it wasn't really.
That's an insane.
It was really
time
like
to start
8:14
anything.
that night.
That wasn't great.
Andy knows my position on late starting things.
Why is it starting at 7:30 if it's not a national game?
It's a Tuesday game. A lot of times Tuesday games are 7:30.
Tuesdays and
It's
Thursdays
an NBC
typically.
Peacock thing.
The 8 o'clock was straight up insanity. The Timberwolves fan base needed to stay up till 10 to watch the game begin. That's crazy.
I want to know why you think we're going to get a lot of Luka tonight. We'll get into that coming up next. Morales is here. Greg is here. Trudell is here. Lindsay is here. Andy is here for DeMarco. Everybody's here today. I don't know. We could probably take the rest of the afternoon off.
Trudell,
we're good.
Trudell, shave before you do that.
Well,
would you?
the thing is, I shaved, but I forgot to shave.
Against the grain.
Against the grain for you.
That's how you get those ingrown hairs.
I get those on the neck.
Yeah, they got to go with the grain.
Like Seth Davis, man. Remember Seth Davis's neck? Every Final
bring
Four,
it up, yes.
NCAA, you couldn't wait for Seth Davis's neck.
Yeah,
you go down on your neck.
Yeah, otherwise you get the ingrown hairs.
Yeah,
Is that what my problem for my whole life has been?
Yeah.
Yes.
See how, because I get kind of the.
If you go against the grain on the neck,
look, you get the little
you get the bumps.
scar right there.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh yeah! Always because I go up that.
Because you want it
that way
smooth.
for like my whole life.
It's smoother if you go against the grain.
Sometimes
does
you
got
gotta
to
sacrifice smooth.
but you're gonna get the nubs.
Why has no one ever told me this for all these years? I've been shaving wrong.
You're not shaving wrong. You're just going to get razor burn.
Yeah.
Travis has introduced me to martinis, and now he's fixing my shaving issue.
Well,
so
the martinis is real. He fixes martinis very easily.
Yeah, he persuaded me to order one at the last party I was at.
We're gonna.
And then he sent Travis and I a picture of the martini, and I'm like, I just sent back a picture of my AA chip.
We'll have
our own.
Next time, try it with a twist. I don't know if you had it with the olives.
But
try
you
it with
like
a twist
olives.
next time.
I love olives.
Yeah, so he's an olive guy.
Yeah, that's something I like.
Twist is.
I just don't like cheese or white sauces and creamy sauces. I like most other things.
You try Hendrick's gin up with a twist.
Olives.
Done. Consider it done.
Why Luka will have a big night coming up next.
Purple and gold-blooded. The Lake Show play here.
Tonight, it's the second night of a back-to-back for the Lake Show as the Cavs come to downtown L.A.
Here's Reeves driving down the middle all the way, got to the rim, throws it up and in. Spectacular driving layup by Reeves.
From Crypto.com Arena, it's your L.A. Lakers versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Coverage begins tonight at 6 p.m.
Every dribble, every dunk. This is the home of the Lakers. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. Hey, it's Chris Morales. This March, during Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, our friends at Providence remind you that colorectal cancer often starts with no symptoms, but screening can save lives. If you're 45 or older, it's time to get screened. Providence brings together the best minds in cancer care, keeping you in the game with trusted, compassionate support. Take control of your health. Learn more at providence.org/SCA colonoscopy. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
Inheriting a home can be overwhelming. Between repairs and the time it takes to get everything ready to sell, it can feel like more trouble than it's worth. That's where Seller's Advantage comes in. One real customer who inherited a home shared their experience, and I quote, "We had an inheritance from a relative. It would have taken us a lot of time, money, and headaches to get the property in shape to sell. I heard about Seller's Advantage from a radio commercial and decided to give them a try. Their offer was reasonable, and we accepted it. They took care of all the physical effort and legal complexities. We closed within 3 weeks. I would highly recommend them to anyone," end quote. No matter what your reason for selling, call Seller's Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or use the website sellersadvantage.com for your free, no obligation cash offer. Sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2.
Evan Cohen here. You know the feeling when a candidate just stands out. Not just the resume, but their energy. They're eager, engaged, and you know they want the role. That makes a difference. If you're hiring, you want a candidate who's passionate, but you can't get that insight from a resume unless you post your job on ZipRecruiter. Their matching technology finds qualified candidates fast, and ZipRecruiter has a new feature that shows you the most interested qualified candidates first. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Oh, yeah, this is, remember the old Kamenetsky Weekend show? This was the theme song. Machine Gun by the Commodores. Or the DeMarco and Travis
Everyone's on the dance floor?
Yeah. So live in the G Tuesday presented by Providence.
I believe this is the scene where he said it's real imported Italian nylon.
Yep.
Believe that.
I'm going to buy it.
I'm going to buy these. He's looking at those platform shoes.
It was simpler and more complicated times all at once.
Great.
This was also used in the trailer, in the beginning of the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
A group of people in the 70s. Everything's going great until it's not.
Creepiest.
And then just a clip to Dirk.
Darkest.
A big, bright, shining star.
Depressingest, hilariousest movie I've ever seen in my life.
So, by the way, Friday you had me in to talk Tiger because I was still here in the office.
Did you see his statement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mentioned the movie Manchester by the Sea, which is one of the most painful and haunting movies ever. The line that Casey Affleck says when he says, "I can't beat it." And I said, "That's Tiger. You can't beat it." I watched the movie Saturday night because it was in my head.
Manchester by the Sea.
Oh, my God. It's so painful. It's even more painful than I remember.
It is. You got to be in a very specific mood to watch Manchester by the Sea.
I can't. What was the one with Steve Carell where his kid was on drugs?
Oh, Beautiful Boy. Yeah.
Is it as bad as that?
I think Manchester by the Sea is more downbeat than Beautiful Boy.
My goodness.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's a
It
tough
is
one.
I mean, it's really well done. It's well acted. Casey Affleck won Best Actor, but it is bleak.
Here is Tiger's statement that he just put out a little bit ago. I know and understand the seriousness of the situation I find myself in today. I'm stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health. This is necessary in order for me to prioritize my well-being and work toward lasting recovery. I'm committed to taking the time needed to return to a healthier, stronger, and more focused place, both personally and professionally. I appreciate your understanding and support and ask for privacy for my family, loved ones, and myself at this time. So pretty boilerplate stuff when you have a situation like this, but I think it's going to be a long time before you see that guy again. A really long time. I don't think you're
And by the way, that recovery process off of opioids is very difficult.
If that is what it is with opioids, and that was what was found for what it's worth in his, according to
hydrocodone.
Yeah, hydrocodone.
Yeah.
According to police report, that's an opioid that is serious business.
Yeah, so we wish him the best because hopefully,
for sure,
as we've said on many of our shows, you just want him to get better, and it's painful as somebody who plays golf because of him, and we've watched all of it, and it's funny because the flashbacks on Google Photos have been coming up to 2019. That was 7 years ago now at this point, and the joy that we all had. And we all thought maybe
it was
he
so
could be
unexpected.
Back. Yeah.
And we thought maybe it might be the second lap around the track that maybe you'd get more than just the one that we got in 2019. And that was the further you get away from it, the more remarkable it was because the one he got before that, I believe, was 2010.
Yes.
And so 2019 to 2010, that's a 10-year window where he hadn't done anything. And then since then, he really hasn't done anything. It was just a kind of a one-off in that moment.
You're wearing the Rolex today.
Yeah.
Do you like it when he holds up the hand and those diamonds on the Rolex
There's
shine off the
no
studio?
diamonds on this
I'm pretty
Did you
Diamond
see,
L's?
Did you see the watches, Trav, that Shohei got for all of his teammates?
I did not. What did he get?
That's what
Mickey Rojas.
Mickey
he
Rojas
was
said that.
describing it.
From Psycho.
They're
They're Psycho
Seiko watches.
Oh.
They're really, really nice.
But did you know that you could? There was Cappy didn't know there's $4,000 Seikos.
Seiko makes a really nice watch.
Yeah.
They're
They make-
beautiful. And then in the box, it said, "Let's three-peat."
Because we're all thinking of like the $15 one that was super functional that we had growing up, right? Or I know my dad had that one. It might have been my first watch. Was like a Seiko or Seiko, whatever.
Seiko. I believe it's Seiko.
Seiko.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty watch ignorant. So JJ Redick has a lot of really nice watches. I only know this from listening to him talk about them when he had a podcast.
Mhm.
And so I'll be sitting 3 feet away from him, and I'll kind of look over and I'll notice it, but I have no idea. And it's probably worth $100,000.
I'm sure it is.
Or again, he has like different ones all the
How
time.
long did he play in the league?
15 years.
Okay, yeah, it's probably quite nice.
And he got to a place where he was kind of like collecting and like looking for.
That's a whole.
That's
a whole thing. You can lose yourself quickly in that whole world.
Yeah.
I don't.
Plus,
play in
even
that.
though it wasn't technically NIL back then, I'm sure Coach K.
Duke would never do anything.
No,
like that.
and McDonald's All-American going to Duke.
Do you know how
it's the
much-
oddest thing ever?
You know how hateable Duke must be that UConn. Everybody was on good that UConn, who's Dan Hurley, everybody despises. UConn
I
goes to
don't
the
hate
Final
Duke.
Four more than anybody. But when Duke got gutted, I'm like, perfect, awesome.
I feel lonely when all the Duke hate comes up because I'm like, I don't hate Duke.
They're hated
Why do I
for
hate
all the
Duke?
best reasons.
I love Duke. I love Duke basketball.
Yeah, what do I hate Duke for?
Smug, arrogant. They win too much.
And Dan Hurley's not?
That's what I'm saying. That's how bad Duke is.
But what's the smug and the arrogant? Like, what's more smug and arrogant about
Coach
them
K
relative
was smug
to
and
other
arrogant, and I loved him for it.
He was just kind of like business. And
no, he was smug and arrogant. Christian Laettner came off as extremely smug and arrogant.
Very, very
Hold on a
elitist.
second. You know that who's the coach of UConn right now?
Dan Hurley.
Dan Hurley.
Is there anyone more smug or arrogant
No,
than Dan Hurley?
That's my point. Is that even UConn and Dan Hurley were like, good. That's how bad.
Morales and I were pulling for Duke.
Yeah.
Well, I had them winning it all in my bracket, but also I'm a Duke guy, a Duke basketball guy, and the way that happened, because I fell asleep in the game. I figured, Duke's got this by 20 at halftime or whatever it was.
19, yeah.
And then that was painful. And Caden Boozer, a guy who's got he's got a 5 o'clock shadow by 8 a.m. This kid.
I feel so bad for
that
guy.
I don't, because the Boozer boys, they were screwing up the whole game.
No, I feel terrible for that kid.
We've this has probably all been said before, but it is not on him. Like, there were 15 things that happened before that.
You're
the coaches.
100%
How
right.
about call timeout?
Well, maybe.
How about that?
But
You're the coach.
All he had to do was hold on to the ball.
And all the inbounder guy inbounding had to do was not be a horrible free throw shooter, because then he had to get rid of the ball the second he got it. So that's a mistake.
He fouled up tremendously, but
it was a mistake. But it was one of 50.
It was one of 50. There was a lot of stuff going on. And look, you fail as an athlete a lot. It happens to everybody. But that was when you could see the agony on that poor guy's face after the game. And it wasn't your typical, you could tell he looked like someone had shot his dog in front of him. It was a terrible scene.
And you know what I didn't love, Andy? The coach, Shire, didn't take the blame. He was sort of like okay with the blame getting put on the kid, which that's not what you're supposed to do as a college coach. Right? You take the blame. When you win, it's the players. When you lose, it's on you.
I don't know. He was a pro coach.
I was going to say, I think that's actually the mark of the best coaches. Like, you can tell the best coaches, like a Sean McVay, who is like renowned for every success is the other guy's, every failure it starts with me.
That's how you build loyalty.
You build loyalty that way, but also when McVay thinks, no, really, those guys effed up, because like once every 15 games, McVay will make it fairly clear. Yeah, it was those guys. Like, I had them prepped.
Pretty rare.
It's rare. That's what I'm saying. But doing it once every 15
more
to
weight
20 games. Exactly. Like, because then you remind them every now and then, I am going to hold you accountable in a way where everyone knows it's on you.
I wonder if there isn't some element of the college. And to your point, you would think, because they're college students, et cetera, but now that there's pay, right? You're basically a professional athlete in all intents and purposes, especially at a place like Duke or the highest levels of college basketball. And knowing that most of these guys are going to be there for 5 minutes and they're going to leave, like, I don't have to build a relationship with you. This is entirely transactional now.
That's what the money's for?
That even in a way that the professional sports aren't. Because in professional sports, I signed a 3-year deal. I got to get along with you for 3 years. I got to find a way to work with you for 3 years. There is no loyalty to this in any possible way. Here's your money, perform, and if you don't perform, I might get rid of you, or you could leave. If you overperform, you could go somewhere else. I wonder if that hasn't changed the dynamic of that relationship as well.
All of it. You'll be able to relate to the way that I found out about the game, because Chris had said that he got to watch the first half. So I'm coaching baseball.
Oh,
and so like
you in the third base coaching box? Or are you sitting on the bucket?
So I'm the first base coach, but I'm also we had 3 buckets. Actually, we were thinking about, why isn't there a backrest for the bucket? And what about a recliner? That was one of the conversations.
There's a little thing
the
you can
episode
buy.
of Seinfeld where George gets the security guard the chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a little thing you can buy that
stick on
exists
the bucket?
that you can put that gives you a little low back support on the bucket.
We figured there probably was, but so, and then at one point, one of the other coaches he's like, do you see what it's happened? I'm like, no, because I have Game Changer, which I don't know if you guys are on my phone. So I'm basically the scorekeeper.
You're responsible
electronically.
for Game Changer?
So I can't. It's very difficult to get out of it, because if you miss one ball or one strike, you're behind.
Yeah.
And then the next at bat gets screwed up, so you really have to be on it. But basically he's like, come over, and then in the half inning, all the kids came over and like replay and then I checked Twitter for 2 seconds.
How did someone sucker you into doing Game Time or Game Changer?
I like to do it because
really?
Yeah, because I want it to be done right.
That doesn't surprise me.
That
I
right there.
I like
you want
to do
be prepped on Game Changer.
I just I like it to be done correctly, and it is not always easy to judge error versus hit, and a lot of the parents will get very upset right? If
This
somebody
is
that's
why
doing it that doesn't know baseball and they get it wrong,
everything's a hit.
So no, it's not.
No. What I'm saying is, if somebody doesn't know how to do
Oh, yeah,
it, they
yeah.
will score everything a hit. You need somebody that does know what they're doing, but that creates arguments, that creates tension. That's why you never volunteer to do game changing.
But that's what I'm saying. If you do it correctly, and the sort of the rest of the parents know that you're engaging in it, that you know the sport, there are no arguments. So I haven't had any complaints yet this year.
Right.
So we're off to a good start on
that
game
you
changing.
know of.
Well, it could be happening behind the back. That's true.
Where are we on the clock? I'm completely
Well,
lost.
I don't know either.
Oh, we forgot to talk about
Luka. I want to get to Luka, but we're coming up on 42, or are we still behind on 20?
Still behind on 20, yes.
Okay, well, why don't we take the 20 break? That's good, though, when we get blowing past this does remind me of the old afternoon show now. Let's take a 2.5, 3 minute timeout. Then we will finally pay off that tease on Luka next with Mike Trudell on the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show right here on ESPN LA. But first, want to go to the JM Eagle LA Championship? Caller number 7 and caller number 10 right now at 877-710-ESPN. You win a 4-pack of GA tickets. Tickets are valid any day, Thursday through Sunday. The JM Eagle LA Championship, 4-pack of tickets right now for callers number 7 and 10 at 877-710-ESPN. Don't miss your chance to catch the action live right now with ESPN LA. Call now, and we will be back with that Luka tease next.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
LAFC, I see Jorge's hat right now. LAFC.
I mean, I'm wearing an LAFC hat, too.
Well, but I noticed this.
I mean, we're both wearing LAFC hats.
Why don't you say, hey, I see that Chris and Jorge are both wearing LAFC hats. Like, you specifically chose Jorge over Morales.
I have a problem with that.
I looked at him first.
You do. He's a sensitive guy. I like your LAFC hat, Chris.
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
ESPN LA family, I'm personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand. 2026 marks 15 years that you've trusted me to represent you. When you're hurt and down, I'm honored to fight for you in personal injury cases when it matters most. Numbers don't lie. I'm the real deal. The voice you hear is a voice you get. If you've been injured in an accident, call 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, built on trust, proven by results.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Get it. 4:39 on a Live Imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. Mike Trudell here. Andy in for DeMarco. Nothing wrong with that jungle boogie. You like that jungle boogie? It's okay,
Yes.
man. You like it when you get after it, right?
Yes,
Oh, DeAndre back in the day, he was at Studio 54 or he was in Boogie Nights. Dancing to this with the chains and the swing.
Oh, I can see that.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta have the little chest hairs out too with the open
Yeah?
t-shirt. Yeah.
Did you ever remember your wrestling name since last time
No,
I asked you?
I do not.
You
No.
still haven't. It's just gone.
I thought it was Chocolate Decadence.
That's not the wrestling name. No.
Oh,
We got to bring that back. Chocolate Decadence. DeAndre Hawkins. Meanwhile, Mike Trudell.
That
We've
was
been
a stage
teasing.
name.
We've been.
A nom de plume.
Makes me think of a chocolate fountain. We could somehow,
Yeah,
if we could have that in the intro
bakery.
somehow.
Listen, DeAndre will give
Easy.
you the,
Like he could be rolled in on a throne with like a chocolate fountain.
this kid will give you the chocolate fountain. What I mean?
Yeah.
We've been teasing it for like 25 minutes.
Yeah, let's pay it off.
Luka's going to go big tonight, Trudell. Tell us more. ...
Well, so Luka obviously got the suspension last game for his 16th technical and didn't play in the Wizards game and you're not even allowed in the arena or on the bench. So he's watching, and I think he's watching his teammates play hard, play well, and it's such a tight-knit group right now that I'm sure it pained him, to do so. But also, kind of warmed his heart in a way. And now he gets to come back. He's going to be welcomed in like the hero that he has been for this team, where if he doesn't go for 49-8, you're kind of surprised. That's the run that he's on. And he also, not just physically, but mentally, he gets kind of the knowledge that he got a game of rest where he didn't have to do all that was asked of him. So I just think like there could not be another moment for him to come in where just everything is feeling good and feeling positive. Hey, I'm back. He's all of that to me, Andy and Travis. I just think that means he's going to have a big game. Does that mean he has to get 40 points? Not necessarily, but if he doesn't get 40 points, I bet he has 15 assists.
Lately, is there any other kind of game for Luka other than
really.
40 points?
No. But if he doesn't have 40, that's what I'm saying. He could have like 32 and then 16 assists. But it's going to be a big counting stat game, I think.
I feel like Luka is going to look to go off. Again, it's the second end of a back-to-back, so some of his teammates may actually need the lift.
Yeah, he did
not play yesterday. He's got the legs. I do feel like there is going to be a part of him that feels like unfinished business, and I let these guys down by putting myself in a position where I would not be available.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah.
You can argue
it was his doing.
Yeah, I mean, you can argue about whether it deserved a tech or, in the grand scheme of things, was it that big of a deal? No, but Luka put himself in that position. If you're talking about something where there's any type of physical contact between players, that's going to be a tech. Luka, this is going to be his second 16th tech.
Right.
Like, Luka has to walk away. Like, in these moments, he's got to have the discipline to walk away. This is the bed that he's made for himself, and I don't have a ton of sympathy for him.
I want to go back to him letting down his teammates in just 1 second. I think there's a lot there. But really, really quickly, talking about the technical suspension that he served last night, that from the time we got from 15 to 16 felt like a pretty long run, and he was on an incredible run of play along the way. Everything I know about him, everything I've heard about him, every time I've talked to you, every time we talk to anybody that is around him, talks about his level of basketball IQ, his intelligence, and how he knows. Does he not see what we're talking about? That because he was on the precipice of missing time, he altered his behavior and his play went through the roof. Now, I know he's a terrific player under all circumstances, and I don't want to neuter what makes him him, but even by Luka Doncic standards, this last 2-3 weeks has been an extraordinary run. Maybe it's a coincidence, but maybe it's not.
It is not a coincidence.
Yeah.
I know JJ was recently asked about this, and he said he thought there was no correlation. I'm going to agree to disagree with JJ. If for no other reason, then, if Luka can't bark at the refs, like if he can't stay back and argue as opposed to getting back on defense, like he's just more focused when he's out there. Like he's focused on nothing else. And all of whatever frustration he may feel during a game is channeled into his play. And by the way, the rest of the team, I think, becomes more focused because when Luka argues, it creates a permission structure for everybody else to argue, and everybody else gets caught up in it. During that period where Luka was sitting on 15 techs and couldn't argue, it was like a 10-game stretch or something like that, where I think the Lakers maybe got like 2 techs during that period because everyone else doesn't argue. Like Mike and I covered the teams with Kobe and Pau. Kobe argued with the refs a lot.
Almost every superstar does, yeah.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
But it led to Pau arguing and Lamar arguing and Bynum and like down the line. Like when your superstar does it or doesn't do something, it creates a permission structure for everyone else.
You know, that made me think of like then there are some stars that like very few that don't argue as much. One would be Steph, but then you have Draymond there. So it's like your main guy isn't arguing, but Draymond just can't possibly help himself. So it kind of works out in the opposite way.
I think Draymond doesn't want to help himself. I actually think this is
that's part of what gets him going.
Choice.
Yeah.
Well, and I think
is it not a choice for Luka?
Well,
because
that's what you just alluded to this though, right? Like it is, and JJ says this all the time. It's like his fury is part of what makes him so great. His competitiveness, his desire to be great. Some of that is tied into, look, he literally did hit my arm and you didn't call it. And the principle bothers him. And I can relate to that. I think that a lot of people can relate to it. It's just the principle of something
he doesn't argue, though,
is
every
wrong.
time he whacks someone else and committed a foul and it doesn't get called.
He does,
I'm
yes
okay
and no.
with the fury, as you described.
Yeah.
That's fine. But the evidence is also pretty cut and dried that when he has to swallow the fury, he gets better. And I understand you don't want to take
part of the reason Luka's earlier in the season his defense was not as good is because he literally was
on the other end of the
away
court
from the rest of the defense because he's arguing. Like, if he can't do that, it has made him a better player.
Yeah, and I also think, though, so we focused on this a lot. I think that Luka got his previous team to the finals, and it's not like he never yelled at the refs throughout those regular seasons. In the bigger games, especially playoff games, I think he generally has it a little bit more focused, and I do think that will be sustained when he comes back
tonight. Both things, though, can be true. Like, the fact that he was arguing with the refs doesn't mean he's not a great player. He was playing better when he wasn't arguing with the refs. Like, both things can be totally true.
Yeah, probably so. And I do think that the original premise, I'm with you on.
Yeah.
I think he played. I think part of his just increase from like 30 points per game to 40 is partly just that he's been so locked in. And when he like, there's a part of him that wants to argue, but then he's like, I'm not doing it. You're not going to make me miss a game. And he runs back down, and that will sustain itself because he can get one more technical, but he can't get two more.
Right.
Or he has to miss another game.
So you mentioned that he feels like he let guys down, that he missed the game, that he needs to come back. I was listening to your podcast, Andy, about how this is a particularly close-knit group of guys. And
I mean, Mike would know that better than anyone. He's around him all the time.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it matters. It's always so. It isn't. I have been on teams that have won the Lakers, like covered teams where the Lakers have won the title 3 times, and there've been different levels of closeness.
Okay,
so it doesn't have to be that way, but it never hurts, and it's always additive if you can get that kind of chemistry and harmony.
It's huge, I think, for getting through the rough periods. Like, when you're playing great, I don't know if it necessarily matters as much, although I think it can be a byproduct of getting along and really wanting to play for each other. Like, we're like enjoying each other's success, wanting to help your teammates shine. But if you don't get along, there are obvious exceptions. Kobe and Shaq won 3 straight championships.
Right.
But, most teams do not have the luxury of arguably the 2 best players in the league on the same team. Most teams, if they don't get along, don't have that type of selflessness, it will eventually catch up.
Yeah, I don't dispute the fact that if it exists, if you have guys that like each other, that pull for each other, that do get along, that it is additive, but I don't know if it makes you I struggling with how to put this. Just because everybody gets along doesn't mean we're going to be good.
No, you still need a certain level of talent.
Right.
Yeah.
We still need to have the right
No,
pieces on the
those
floor.
Kobe's post-Achilles team, they used to joke around all the time. They were having a blast. They were terrible.
Yeah, I just, it's kind of chicken and egg. Do we have good chemistry because we're winning, or are we winning because we have good chemistry?
I mean, Chris, to bring you into this one, I'm sure you've overseen radio shows.
Here we go. I knew where he was
You've
going
overseen
there.
radio shows where there's great chemistry between the hosts, and it's a great show. You've probably also seen some where there has been not great chemistry, but still a good show because of a level of talent. And then you've had some where there's bad chemistry and probably not great talent, and the show stinks. So, isn't it work the same in sports as it does in radio?
Sure, it does.
Okay, now tell us some of the examples.
Every show is unique, Mike. And you try to find the positives and minimize the weaknesses. And here's the thing. Usually a little fire is a good thing. So, for instance, Cappy and I screaming at each other last week. Maybe it shouldn't have happened on the air. That I'll give everybody. That maybe when it was a little uncomfortable. But that passion, that energy, that commitment to excellence, that desire, that's important. And I think when a team has that, and a show, by the way, a great show is a great team.
Sure.
I mean, but also, too, you and Cappy yelling at each other, that doesn't mean you and Cappy don't get along.
No, by the way, when that happened, that day we spoke, and then we spoke again over the weekend. And also he was kissing up a lot because he was like, oh, maybe I overstepped. But also, it was healthy. It was healthy conflict. Right. Conflict is important. I think conflict is a good thing.
I agree.
Sam Pines, our owner, he's a big proponent of conflict. Now, when it becomes insulting, that's a whole other thing. If you and then that with Cappy, that became a little insulting. But if you're having conflict because you both want the same thing, which is to win,
insult them a little bit. You got a little bit.
Insult them a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay.
Okay. You can't talk to that kind of guy like one of that.
Got a little bit out over himself.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. But no, I think if you have somebody who doesn't care, and also doesn't realize they're not that good and is an a-hole, then you got a problem.
I mean,
that's called a hat trick.
And so to bring it back to this version of the
It's
Lakers,
also called a hack.
we've all seen how close Luka and Austin Reeves have become. We know that LeBron and Austin Reeves have been close and have gotten along great for the whole time they've been there. So that's sort of the place to start. So in anybody below that on the tree, it kind of gets washed out. So that's really where the chemistry starts from, and I think that's true again with most sports teams. It can probably get a little trickier in the NFL when there's 80 guys or 50 whatever guys, and then it's the quarterback and the O-line and the defense. You can even have offense and defense not like each other.
Oh, sure.
And that could feed in a way of like, you're making us get on the field again?
Pitching
really?
staffs and non-pitchers.
Yeah,
that happens.
But in basketball, it's like it's the best 2 or 3 guys.
Yeah.
And if they're harmonious, then most other guys are going to fall in line.
Every morning I watch 2 videos from Michael Jordan when I wake up. And they are montages of stuff he said in The Last Dance as well. But one of the most important thing is he says, you can call me a tyrant, you can call me this, but I never asked somebody to do something I wasn't willing to do. And he says his name in the third person, which is really, really gets me going. That's really important when you're building a team or you're running a team. Also that he wanted to win, but he also wanted the people around him to win. And I think that's really important. So in that moment, I don't think Cappy and I don't want the same thing when we had that argument. It's just important that everybody's on the same page. So what happens with bad teams or bad shows is when everybody else is running a different offense. Everybody else has a different goal. So, for instance, if DeAndre's goal was, well, I just want to be on the air, I don't want the show to be good, then we have a disconnect. And I'm not saying that was DeAndre's goal. But as long as everybody wants to have a great show, there's enough for everybody to eat. A great team, there's enough for everybody to go around. But you need the guy who says, I'm the star. I'm going to be the star, right?
Usually.
Okay, that's important.
Or that it's just so good that he doesn't have to say it. Right,
that
more
too.
likely. Yeah.
It's known.
It's known.
It's known when you walk.
Yeah,
in
like
the room.
Shohei doesn't have to say a lot.
No.
Like in Moneyball, when they're sitting around the room, the scouts. And he says, that guy's got an ugly girlfriend, no confidence. This other guy, you know what, walks in 10 minutes before he does. That's Schwanz.
I mean, I imagine when Ohtani gets to the ballpark every day, Travis, it's kind of smiles, walks in, everybody's like, oh, there's the best player.
I don't think he's got to say much.
No.
He's just giving out watches.
He's giving out watches and everything. Look, he shows up and everybody does what he needs to get done.
4:53, a live Imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. The Marco and Travis Afternoon Show. When we return in a couple minutes, tip or no tip, producer Lindsay edition.
Version.
Yeah, that's next on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
In LA, the spotlight always shines bright. 2 of the game's most electrifying forces are leading the charge for the purple and gold. The power and legacy of the King.
Here come the Lakers on a fast break. LeBron down the middle, slam dunk.
The creativity and swagger of Luka.
Luka, another 3. Good again!
Together they lead the Lake Show on the chase for banners. This is Lakers basketball on your home for the purple and gold, ESPN Los Angeles.
John Ireland here, and before the lights come up at Crypto.com Arena, make your night legendary at Javier's downtown. A SoCal tradition for decades, Javier's is where timeless recipes meet modern elegance. Handcrafted margaritas, premium tequila, coastal Mexican flavors, always a part of the celebration. Whether you're courtside or catching a concert, start your evening where LA gathers for that unmistakable Javier's experience. Javier's newest location is just steps from the arena. Javier's downtown. Tradition, taste, and an amazing start to your evening.
Call Jacob. All right, Cappy, listen, here's the deal. When you get into some sort of an accident, the insurance company is going to probably be the first person that calls you, and they're going to try to rush you to a settlement. They want to record you when you're talking. You got to be very careful when you're talking to these insurance companies.
They also will probably downplay your pain. Hey, bro, my back is killing me. It's no big deal. It's going to go away in a couple of days. Do not let them do that. You call Jacob and Ronnie.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show. 4 o'clock in the Southland. You know what that means. Time for Tip or No Tip. Tip or No Tip. With producer Laura. Tip or No Tip time. Take it away, producer Laura.
Thanks, Christopher, but it's Lindsay, not
But it's
Laura.
Lindsay.
Okay, so I just have a quick question. What is the genesis or the objective of the tip or no tip? Like, what is the tip referring to?
Is it any different than Radio Tinder?
No.
Well, that's why I wanted to clarify. Is it like Mace Plus,
So what did
thumbs
we
up
used to
or
do in
thumbs down?
afternoons?
Yes.
It was swipe left, swipe right.
Right,
It's the
but
same thing, tip or no tip.
Tip is yay, no tip is nay.
So like Mason Plus, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay. So Chick-fil-A recently announced that
Got
they're
it
going
today.
to implement a reward system for families who go phone free. So in effort to, like they want to encourage people bonding with each other, human connection and all of those things. So Chick-fil-A is going to implement this policy where if you put your phones away during the meal, they will give you a free ice cream. So they basically take like one of these chicken to-go boxes and they call it a cell phone coop. Everyone puts their phones in there. And if you make it through the meal without taking your phones out, they'll give everybody in the party ice cream. Tip or no tip? Trav?
Tip in free ice cream. I went out to dinner with my mom, dad, and my oldest son on Sunday night, and we had a lovely time. And nobody was staring at their phone. It was very nice. But there was a family directly across from us, like basically as close as Trudell and I are sitting right now. It was mom, dad, and two like teenage kids. All four of them staring at the phone the entire time. Other than to look up and tell the waiter what they wanted to order and to say thank you and please and things like that, I don't think anybody said a word to each other the entire time. And if you're telling me that we can incentivize that family with a little soft serve, I'm in on 100%.
That sounds excellent.
It does.
Tip. By the way, shout out to Creamy Boys Ice Cream in El Segundo. I was there yesterday.
I don't know, what's it called?
I had that
Creamy
last night.
Boys. It is good.
Did you have the Hokey Pokey?
I did have the Hokey Pokey.
My man.
Tell me more.
DeAndre, you ever been over there at Creamy Boys?
What's the Hokey
So
Pokey?
it's a New Zealand like soft serve
They
type
were at
ice cream
Media
place.
Day for the Lakers.
Yeah, and the Hokey Pokey, it's vanilla, but it's like this kind of honeycomb that's from New Zealand, and it just tastes. It's like the way that the ice
pieces
cream
of the
mixes.
honeycomb is in there?
They kind of like chop it up, and it's all blended in.
Yeah, it's real. It's a New
It's very
Zealand.
strong.
I believe it's a New Zealand
New
based
Zealand.
ice cream,
Yeah.
and their strawberry is excellent. Their mixed berries.
berry.
I remember when they were at Lakers Media Day.
Yeah.
I believe I sampled all of them.
Big in the South Bay. Yeah,
Oh,
very
yeah.
strong.
I'm in.
By the way, I'm no
on
tip on
Creamy
this
Boys.
though. I'm no tip on this. I'll pay $2 for there might be an NBA game on. I have that. That my boys and I are talking about it. Right. There might be a.
What do your boys say when you're at a meal and like you have your phone out?
Well,
What do they say? Are they
they're
like,
like,
Dad, come on.
They're like, Dad, how many points does Brunson have? You know what I'm saying? Like they're
Not like Cats in the Cradle.
no, they're into it. And then wait, what's the Cats in the Cradle one?
The song.
Cats in the cradle
And
and
the
the silver spoon.
And he's like,
Dad has no time for the kid.
Right.
Oh
And
no,
then
no.
at the end of the
Dad does
song,
it to him at
kid
the
has
end.
no
No,
time
we're
for the dad.
we're
Hey, screw
constantly.
you, Dad.
I know
We're
we'll have a
constantly
good
constantly
time
watching
then, Dad.
And
I know
off-
we'll have
yeah.
a good time
And then sometimes,
then.
like if the twins are fighting with my 5-year-old, then sometimes like the 5-year-old might have to have the phone for a little bit, like to watch something or like so the phone. At least my phone, my wife's usually has hers away, but I at least want I want the right to take it out. And I'm not willing to. I'm willing to pay $2 for ice cream for that.
Just wait till you get older, and they're like, yeah, there you go.
It is a banger.
Tonight
And
at
we'll
Creamy
get
Boys.
together then.
Yeah, I DoorDash Creamy Boys, even though it's like a 5-minute drive.
By the way, I think that's a good business if you could DoorDash Creamy Boys.
Yep. 3 pints for like $30 or something like that. It wasn't so bad.
You just
honeycomb.
couldn't get in your car?
Well, I typically would, but in this case, it wasn't going to work out that.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I'm not judging. I'm just curious.
Well, I had a discount thing on it for the DoorDash as well,
Okay.
so it was actually cheaper to do it on the DoorDash.
You know, I like to squeeze the cord until the eagle screams.
I had to get the 5-year-old to bed during this time, right?
Okay.
And so
He's
my wife didn't
multitasking.
have to do it. Yeah, so
Was your
Then all
discount
the more reason to leave.
Your discount was it exclusive to Creamy Boys because you are a frequent
Frequent flyer?
No,
Yeah.
but we've said
Creamy boy?
we've said their names so often on the show that maybe I'll take Tommy Lamb down there or Kate's and we'll see if we can get a little deal going.
Oh, Tommy Lamb won't mind some creamy boys.
That's right.
Is it a chain throughout Southern California?
It's a chain, but it's like so. I've only seen it out in kind of like the South Bay area.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
It's excellent. for real.
On Lakers Media Day, I didn't sample the creamy boys.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
On Lakers Media Day, I try to get out there as quickly as possible.
I remember what happened on Lakers Media Day. You went down hard.
Oh yeah, you
that's when I
You
took
went
the
down
thing. Yeah,
hard.
No
and
time
I was,
for Creamy Boy.
And I almost got up away from, was it Luka or Austin? I think it was Austin that was Reeves that was talking, and I almost got up out of the press conference.
Did you think he dropped from like a cardiac event?
Well,
That's
because
what I'm saying.
I hadn't been back that
right.
that long.
No, I was being serious.
I was
It was
ready.
like a couple weeks later, right?
I was ready
it was
to
a couple months.
Okay.
I haven't been CPR certified for a while, but I was ready to try. You know?
You just tripped on the rug, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, did you guys see the police dog that can do CPR because he jumps on the guy's chest?
Seriously?
It's
That's cool.
amazing. It's amazing.
Dogs are great.
Anyway, so
Not controversial.
I forget what my last question was.
Creamy
already.
boys.
The creamy boys, the ice cream.
Yeah.
So speaking of ice cream, the world's most expensive bottle of wine recently sold at auction for $812,000.
Wow.
So this is a single bottle of 1945 Domaine de la Romane Conti.
Shuts up.
Sure.
No idea what it is. Some
French.
French wine, right? Like most of it is. And it sold originally for $558,000. So it was twice that. It went for twice that at auction because it's that good of a wine, I guess. I know that none of you guys have ever spent that much on wine. But what is the most
Speak
that
for
you...
yourself, Lindsay.
Okay. Well, I haven't. I definitely haven't. What is the most that you can remember spending on a really amazing bottle of wine?
I think I've spent a couple $100 on a bottle of wine.
Like what?
Yeah.
What's a couple hundred? Like 300 or
No,
like?
I'm being literal. Maybe 250. I don't think I've hit the 300
That's
mark.
what I spent on Michael Thompson's Christmas present.
Yeah, I like wine, but I don't. For me, there's a difference between that $15 bottle and a $50 bottle. I think there's a difference between a $50 bottle and a $200 bottle. But having had glasses of wine that are from the $300-$400, you lose me at that point. It all tastes kind of not the same, but I can't tell the differences. So I'm capped out at about $250-$300.
Are you a Camus Select guy?
I like it, yeah, but I don't like cabs typically. Cabs are a little big for me. I like a little.
What's your favorite?
Pinot Noir.
Okay.
Is my favorite varietal. Yes,
So Michael Thompson is a Camus guy, right?
Oh, yeah,
Camus
that's
Select.
what I
It's a
get
big
him.
wine.
Yeah.
Famous
so,
Select.
So I've had a lot of that just because Michael always orders it on the road. And Diamond and Key is Clay's wine, so that's if they have that, he'll try to get that. But I'm at a lower level than Travis. I can't really tell the difference between like a $15 bottle and a $30 or $50 bottle. But I've bought like gifts of wine for whatever, for probably like $100-$150. But for myself, I wouldn't spend more than like somewhere between 15 and
What's the most
30.
you've ever if you splurged on a bottle for like a date night or?
I just don't again since I can't really taste the difference that much, and I've had like the really nice
what
wine
if there
that
was
people
a
buy.
frosting flavored wine?
Now you're talking. That doesn't sound like it would be that
Like a
expensive.
Betty
though.
Crocker special reserve.
That seems
where you peel the foil off the top of the wine.
I mean, I obviously look. The sweeter you get, like I like a Riesling, like something really
Ooh, I
sweet.
love
First
Riesling.
demeanor.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I
I like to
You
start
don't
with a
hear
Riesling.
that a lot.
If
You don't
Rieslings
hear
are
that.
very
Ooh.
sweet.
Yeah,
More
but you
like
don't
a
hear that out
rosé
of
or a
lot of-
rosé.
out of a lot
I
of
love
gentlemen.
rosé.
If
Yeah,
Mike
rosé.
could find a Mountain Dew flavored wine, that would be his
Ooh,
paradise.
Mountain Dew Riesling combo.
Oh, that's good.
Now we're talking.
Maybe get it carbonated like a little sparkling
Now
wine.
we're
so we're
talking.
getting closer to the
Actually,
Mountain Dew lane.
I do. The thing that I like the most taste wise is champagne.
You know what
It
you would
tastes the
love?
best, right?
You would love my favorite wine, Stella Rosa, because they've got that sparkling wine. It's very sweet.
I'm into it.
It's-
How much is it?
It's very affordable. It's around like $20-$25.
In.
I actually
Right
have
up
a
my alley.
bottle in my office. I'm going to give you one. You can
Oh, you
try
don't
it.
have to do that.
No, I'm a brand representative of Stella Rosa, so
Oh,
I've
all right.
got some
I'll
to
take
share
it.
with people that want it.
You can have people killed if she wants to.
That's right. Andy, how about you? How much is?
Couple hundred.
Okay.
Couple hundred at a restaurant before. I mean, I'm not a big wine drinker, so for the most part, that's not where I would go in the first place. But there have been a few occasions, couple $100.
Now, Chris, I feel like you are the person here who's probably spent the most on a bottle of wine.
I've spent $600 on a bottle of wine at a restaurant once.
Really?
Yeah,
You
I was
remember what it
really
was?
trying
Was
to
it for
impress.
the table?
I was trying to impress Stephanie. So, and I did. It was
What
at
kind
Rare
was it?
Society in San Clemente.
What kind of wine was it?
I don't remember what type, but it was like the Dow.
What year?
The I don't remember. I don't really get caught
Look,
up in
that's
that.
not the point, all right? He just wanted to get the most expensive thing he could
It
to
wasn't
impress
the
her.
most expensive by anywhere near. It was expensive.
Now, look, Stephanie's seen a lot. I can see why he's overcompensating. Like, there's a lot he needed to
This
overcome.
was early on. This is when it all still worked.
No, I'm not even pricing that part in.
Oh,
I just
okay.
mean the stuff she'd seen around the office.
But one time I was at Keyshawn's house. This was actually right before the pandemic, and he brought something out of his cellar, and he put it on the table, and he said, "Man, you could probably sell this for $10,000."
What?
I said, "Okay," and he opened it up, and it was one of the most amazing things that have ever been in my mouth. It was incredible. Now, I would never spend.
Key knows wine, too.
Even if I had Keyshawn money, I would never, I don't know, spending that much. No, I'm not saying
He knows
bought
food
it for,
and drink in general.
He does very well.
But, I mean, we've been with Key when he's ordered $300-$400 bottles, and they were amazing.
They were terrific.
And I used to always be like, well, I can taste the difference between 25 and 50 or 100. Thousands of dollars. Oh, I can't tell, but you could tell on this one.
Yeah,
that it was something
I've not
different.
had the pleasure of that.
It was
That
something
sounds
different.
Amazing.
It was like when you go to Creamy Boys and you get the top notch, and you're like, wow, that was a creamy boy.
Honeycomb. What is it? Tutti Frutti? What is
Does
it?
Creamy Boys serve wine?
It's
I don't know.
honeycomb.
It's
What's it called?
It's like a. It's.
I had it yesterday. I believe it's called
the hokey pokey is what it's called.
Honeycomb
But
on
it's
it.
like it's like a honeycomb. Yeah,
It's excellent.
Yeah, like sweet.
I want the hokey pokey.
We got to get
507.
DeAndre a T-shirt, a Creamy Boys T-shirt.
By the way, 507 to KSPN Los Angeles, Good Karma Brands radio station. All right, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll go nonstop till 5:30. We will do straight up at 5:30 with Travis. It is the 5 o'clock Amor Salsita Salsa Hour, which means it's going to get spicy and smooth next on ESPN LA.
ESPN LA family, I'm personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand. 2026 marks 15 years that you've trusted me to represent you. When you're hurt and down, I'm honored to fight for you in personal injury cases when it matters most. Numbers don't lie. I'm the real deal. The voice you hear is a voice you get. If you've been injured in an accident, call 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, built on trust, proven by results.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
I like that DeAndre's really leaned into the Boogie Night soundtrack today. 5:09 on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. Remember, today is the final day of Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. My grandfather died of colon cancer at 59 years old. Now, that was in 1991. So many things now, technology-wise, they can do and treatment-wise at Providence. Providence.org/SCA colonoscopy. If it's early detection, 90% success rate of beating it. If it's not early detection, well, you may die, and you don't want that. So poop in a box, get that hand up the wazoo, get checked out. Providence.org/SCA colonoscopy. Yes, Travis, you have a wry smile.
No, I'm just looking at something. Sorry.
Come on,
it's not show related.
It's not?
No.
Can you tell us what it is? Is
Not
it funny?
really. It's for my eyes only.
Meanwhile, the NFL owners meeting Did you see the Aaron Glenn coach? Or the Aaron Glenn coach?
Can we talk about that?
The head coach of the Jets.
Can we
his
please
quote.
talk about that? Lindsay, you have it, right?
Yes, we'll play the full clip first.
Something about a quarterback, and I'm going to say a quarterback with a chip on his shoulder. And listen, he's proven a lot in this league of what he's done, especially when you take those times when he was in Seattle. Listen, he fits exactly what we're trying to do. So obviously we've created an identity. The foundation of our offense is pretty good now. Like, I just feel like he's the guy that's going to lead us to the promised land. He's the guy that's going to touch the ball more than anybody else on offense. Like, I just feel like he's the guy that's going to lead us to the promised land.
That's the worst take in the history of coaching.
Now, Aaron Glenn is referencing his new quarterback, Geno Smith.
Geno Smith, the guy that the Raiders just fired. The Raiders said, look, man, this isn't working out. You got to go. The Raiders, the team that's picking first in the draft, because at least in part, Geno Smith was not up for the job that the Raiders needed him to do. I'm okay with hey, listen, we got Geno Smith. He's been around this league a long time. He's been successful in this league in other places. We're thrilled to have him back, and I think if everything breaks right, we could get in the playoffs, and who knows what happens. Great. Nobody would believe you, but at least it's a reasonable thing to throw out there. The promise, you're going to go to the prom with Geno. Are there two Geno Smiths? Is there another one?
What was promised, though? Like, what land was actually promised?
It's a borderline fireable offense. It really,
no,
truly is.
No, it's not even borderline. I literally said to Greg this morning, to Bergman, I said, can you believe he said this? If I'm the Jets, I'm firing this guy. Like, I'm sorry, but he deserves to be fired because the Jets are a complete train wreck. Why would you say that? I think he's trying to get fired.
He can't possibly believe it, so why say it? You can be hyperbolic, but to say that Geno Smith is the guy that's going to take you to the promised land?
The good news, though, is that fans won't believe it either. So, like, the idea that he's building this up bigger than it actually is, or, promises that he can't fulfill, nobody's buying it.
Why say
there's
it,
no
though?
fan. There's no Jet fan that's going, you know what,
No,
man? I thought this team was going to be trash, but I just heard promise.
I understand nobody's buying him when he says that's what it is, but you've shown your ass in public. You know what I mean? Like, you've just demonstrated that you are completely unaware of what this league is about. I know that he's back for a second year, I think is probably mildly upsetting. But that you're throwing back in again with Geno Smith and that you're saying crazy things. I don't believe that he believes it, but I don't understand why I would want somebody in charge who would say something so patently dumb.
Again, I want to know what land was promised. Like, I want to know what he's actually putting out there.
Well,
like, maybe it's Newark is the promised land.
I think this leads to the larger NFL head coach discussion, though, within this. Like, it just seems arbitrary to me sometimes. Basically, the reason that, 40% of the league got hired is because the previous team that they were at, when they were a coordinator, that defense or offense was good.
Yes.
And or they're on a tree like 15 other guys of McVay or Shanahan or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it just we don't know as much about it because you're not actually seeing what plays are called. Sometimes the head coach calls the plays. We're just sort of guessing. And like, if you're really following a team and you know who the beat reporters are, and maybe you get a better sense of this, but a lot of people are casual NFL fans where they watch the games on Sundays, and yeah, they're going to watch the draft, and if there's a moment, they'll follow it. But I feel like Aaron Glenn kind of got hired as one of those, as like he was on a previous team, but like, is he a good coach?
Okay, but
we don't know.
I hear you, and I agree with you. But here's why I think those long interviews that you hear about, like, well, they interviewed him for 6 hours. I think the reason you have those 6-hour interviews is you're trying to flush out one of those. But
a lot of them get through.
I know they do.
Because the owner...
It's disqualifying. But the reason they do what you just described, and I'm not saying it's the best plan, it works just enough that I think guys keep to try. For instance, Ben Johnson with the Bears was exactly what you just described. He was the offensive coordinator in Detroit, and they were really good. He goes to the Bears, and clearly the Bears were a much different team with him than they were before him. Sean McVay was a star coordinator in Washington before he comes to the Rams. He hits a home run. We've seen McVay turn guys into – it works just enough that I can kind of understand it, but –
And if we knew that Dan Campbell wasn't actually calling the plays, and he was more the motivator guy.
Right.
So, like, in that sense, there was some proof. Like, we knew he was the one drawing up the plays.
But Glenn was there on the defensive side, and their defense was good. Maybe it wasn't elite.
But that's my point, though. Campbell was maybe just him rah-rahing, the defensive guys and getting
Hey,
and the
that's a hell of a
GM
job,
getting enough
man.
talent. Yeah, like in the Andy, you and I know. I'm not going to say who this is, but there are, and it's not just one guy. There are a couple that are really good at interviewing for a head coaching position and keep getting in the NBA and keep getting jobs, but are not actually effective at the coaching part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But they can sell it. They've got a great PowerPoint. They've got a great thing. But it's so there are a lot of guys that are good at getting hired, but in practice don't actually hit the room the same way.
It's always possible too that Woody Johnson, the owner of the Jets, he's convinced that they're going to the promised land with Geno Smith, and he's just been saying this behind the scenes over and over.
Yeah.
And finally, like Aaron Glenn's like, "All right, man, promised land. This is the mantra."
Wasn't he in Ireland the last couple of years? Also,
He was an ambassador to Ireland,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
believe. Yes.
Yeah.
It depends on the administration.
Yes.
But like that might be what's going on. Just Woody Johnson is really hyped about Geno Smith being back where it all
I
began.
understand there is a huge component of performance involved in being a head coach in professional sport. That you got to look a certain way, you got to say the certain things. I understand that, but that to me that hit me as such a ludicrous statement that if I were a member of the Jets, I'd be like, really? Like this is what we're not that any of them believe it, but it's such a dumb thing to say. I would instantly think.
Honestly,
less
man,
of
if
you
I
for
was
saying
Geno
it publicly.
Smith, I'd be like, bruh, like,
Yeah,
really? You putting all this on, like, really?
Geno knows better than anybody that the promised land, even if it is Newark,
Thanks
is
a
not
lot,
coming
man.
their way.
That's
not on
What,
Geno.
do we know what they're paying him? I mean, we do, but I can't remember.
I'm
looking.
guessing a new head coach probably makes.
Oh no, sorry. Geno.
Geno Smith. Oh,
What did he sign for? Because it wasn't a
bet.
crazy deal, was it?
Starting
1
quarter-
year, $3.3 million.
$3.3 million.
American?
So,
Wait,
well, that kind of
No, that's
answers
free.
the question
That's
right
free
there
in
too
the
for you,
NFL.
right?
no, that is right.
That's
because,
basically a minimum for a quarterback.
Yeah, a
So-
starter.
the Raiders, because it was a trade, right? They traded with the Raiders.
Yep.
So then they restructured it, and now it's like because the Raiders have to pay part of it.
Oh, so
they're paying $60 million. The Jets are only paying $3 million.
Okay.
So that's
Okay. That's a little
that's the Kyler Murray to the Vikings
Yes.
part of it, where the Vikings are paying him like a couple mil, but the Cardinals are paying many millions
But
just to
hey,
get rid of him.
if he's like a legit starting quarterback, that's a steal for the Jets, right?
Yeah, $3 million. Yeah,
Yes.
but it's Geno Smith. It's not one of those unknown commodities. Like Geno Smith has been in New York, did not succeed.
so the Vikings won't say what he just said about Geno Smith about Kyler Murray coming in. I hope.
No, but Kyler Murray, I think there is a case to be made that Kyler Murray's best football, and I'm not a Kyler Murray fan at all. I don't think 5'7" quarterbacks are a real great idea in the NFL. But he's been on a garbage team in a garbage organization his entire career. So I don't know if there's a lot in there that maybe somebody like Kevin O'Connell can get out of him.
Sure,
maybe
but
there
let's not say that he's going to be
No,
the
of course
savior.
not.
That's all.
Of
Yeah,
course not.
yeah. Let's not do that.
I did
the
like
Jets
that
just did.
Kyle Shanahan said that he basically hates the idea of going to Australia to open up the season against the Rams. Did you guys, Lindsay, you have that one too? Yeah, this is him.
How are you about opening the season in Australia?
I was so fired up. That was our goal to go 19 hours away, play a game. So I think we're going back in time or into the future. I think we gain a day or lose a day. I'm not sure which one yet, but it is what it is. We'll deal with it. And I think there's 8 international games. We got 2 of them, so we're fired up about that.
Were you expecting to get 2 of them? Like, how does that work? Like, do you have to negotiate or anything? Or?
No, they tell you and you deal with it. Yeah.
Was there any pro about this besides the con of travel?
This is my favorite.
No, not at all. Yeah, I don't see any pro. I mean, it's cool for the league to play globally. I think that's awesome. But as far as the team doing it, it's no, there's not much benefit to it. Sometimes it's nice to get a bye week after, but it doesn't happen in week 1.
My favorite part of that is there any pros at all that going to Australia? No, none that I can see. It's such a long way to go. It is literally on the bottom of the globe, halfway on the other side of the world.
He also said in like another interview when like someone followed up about it that he said that he thinks the Rams schemed to have them as their opponent out there in Australia because he's just like, well, every time we play at SoFi Stadium, it's a home game.
And he said, he pretty much said that he's requesting them in Mexico. Not that it gives them an advantage, but it's fair to make them go out of country twice as well.
Okay, fair enough. Look, the conspiracy theory that the Rams wanted to have that game not in SoFi Stadium, I'll listen to that. There's a lot of red in SoFi Stadium when the Niners come to town.
What was Kyle's hairstyle during that? Is he still rocking the long?
I didn't see
like
it.
Anaheim Hills
Yes,
divorced
he
dad.
was.
He looked very handsome.
with like a trucker hat on. Like, no, dude, everything.
Yes.
Yeah, things got weird with your mom and I, but
Was the Emily's divorced dad rock playing in the background?
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
it's so far to go, and I get it. They're growing the game. I get that. I
Well,
think the Rams
are
have
they
the Oscar.
though? See, that's where I always come back to this. Like, the people play basketball around the world.
Yes.
Nobody else plays American football.
They
They're
want there to
trying
be.
to make that a thing. Are they thinking that maybe if we keep this up and all this marketing, then in 20 years and 50 years, we'll get these countries to just institute football as a sport?
I don't
They
think
tried
it's
it in
20.
Europe, didn't catch on. I was there.
Yeah.
I went to NFL Europe. I was paid by the NFL to try to basically get people to care, and their collective answer was no thanks.
I get that. I don't think a lot of people are going to play, but those games in the UK specifically, they're massive hits.
Sure, it's a novelty, but that's different from like being a home for the sport
really
in the future.
a novelty in the UK anymore. They're there multiple times a year and have been for the last 20 years, and they're still packing that place.
I think the problem with
Well,
NFL
like
Europe
twice
was
though.
But it's more than twice. They've
5 times.
That's not a novelty.
But
5
it's-
years
but
over
it's
20
not a-
years, that's
it-
100 games.
But it's not. It hasn't caught on though. Kids don't play football.
They don't play, but there's an audience for their product there. And if they get people to buy the gear, if they get people to turn on their TVs or buy subscription plans, is that not worth it?
I think
because they don't
they're
care
losing
about
money.
it's
is
the
my
difference
point. They've
between-
lost a lot of money on all these games worldwide. They just have a lot of money to lose.
It depends on whether you're defining growing the game as growing the audience versus growing the talent base.
The audience.
Like the talent base in the NBA, for example, and basketball, that is globally growing. The idea that now everyone around the world, like the NBA, is a very much international league. Like the top 4 MVP candidates right now, none of them are American, USA, American born. They're all foreign born players. Like, so that has been a success story. Football's not catching on in terms of kids playing around
Right.
the globe, but it is catching on, I think, in terms of audiences caring. That's the
yeah,
difference.
I mean, so audiences listen to a lot of American music. They watch American movies. They watch American TV shows. The NFL is a big, successful American TV show, and so there is a level of interest there. But in terms of like growing the game globally, I think if
the
you're
Jacksonville Jaguars are massive in England. Like Blake Bortles
play-
can't go to a mall without getting
They
mobbed.
play half their games.
you say
there.
massive,
Yes.
but they're not as massive as any 4th division soccer team that's over there.
No, but
Or in the NBA, like that has a much better argument for global outreach and growth than the NFL does. I guess that's my point.
I'm not sure if that's true from the audience perspective. I agree with you as far as like people playing the game. I don't think you're going to have kids playing
Or
pickup
culturally,
Well,
football.
so in China, they watch the NBA. It's part of state TV.
Yeah.
The NFL is not to the same degree.
Not
well,
yet.
That's-
well, I was going to
Yeah.
say, I mean, if it's state TV,
Well, because they play basketball in China.
sure, but if it's state
They don't play
TV,
football.
that means the state is deciding what you are into.
I don't think they're playing American
As
football in
athletes.
China anytime soon.
probably not. But to Travis's point, I don't think he's talking about playing it. I think they're talking about just
Selling
consumption.
jerseys.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
And
depends
here's-
on how you're defining growing the game.
and
Like,
NFL
and-
Europe, I would say this because DeMarco was part of that, and a few other people I worked with in the past were part of that too. It wasn't NFL talent. It wasn't the NFL. It was NFL Europe. It might have been still great, but it wasn't the NFL. This is Patrick. Well, it's not Patrick Mahomes, literally.
But it kind of
Yeah.
is. They send over good teams.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rams and the 49ers
That's a
might be
pretty
the two
big
best
game.
teams in the
It's a
league,
pretty
and they're
big
sending
game.
it halfway across the world.
So I just think that again, Roger Goodell's job is to make more and more money, and there's only one place to go. He's kind of won America.
China's the last
Right.
great frontier there.
Yeah.
My last point on this, and I don't like to go to NFL games in person because they play for like 20 minutes out of the 3 hours.
Well, now you're quarterback. You won't be
Okay.
able to see it.
I like to watch it on TV. Okay, soccer games, and this is part of the whole European. They're playing for the entire time. They're on the field playing for 90 minutes. There's 15 minutes at halftime, and so that's the other part that for me when I was over there would ask people, and I was in Germany. It's like, well, why isn't the game catching on? They're like, well, they barely ever play. Like when it's a great TV product, but they don't play, and it's a great TV product because there's only 17 games. If there were 82, that's a different thing.
Though. I mean, that's the thing, though. There aren't, and there never will be.
But I'm just saying, I don't think that when we're talking about gaining fans and everything, and watching the games in person, and that's all they have. I don't see it catching on.
I mean, it catches on in the sense that the stadiums sell out. Like,
Then why don't kids play football anywhere else in the world if it's so amazing?
Wow, I didn't know Trudell was going to go anti-NFL on this.
No, anti-world. I love the NFL. I love watching it here, but it's not like the king of the world. Like it's trying to say that it is.
But
it's not.
But I'm not making the claim that they are
Get him,
king
Andy,
of the
get him.
world. I'm
Get him.
making the claim that it has become
They're
popular
trying to make
watch.
it seem that they are.
Again, unless those
We're
people
going
are
to
all
Australia. Why?
To
to
make money.
sell jerseys.
Right. I mean,
Some shrimp on the bobby.
what are they selling? Do they got they sell enough? They've got plenty of money selling jerseys
They're
here.
trying to
Is this like the socialist point of view?
I just thought that's the NFL. Like we're
All right,
we're all
Bernie
bowing down
Sanders,
to
we
it.
get
Just
why you don't
relax.
like this game.
I'm going to change this real quick because I know you got to get over to the game here in a second.
You commie?
This is a last man standing that I've been saving for your presence here.
Okay, excellent.
Okay, D,
I'm ready for it.
All right, here we go. These are the top 10 best-selling soda brands in the United States in 2025. Okay, because you're
That's
here,
his wheelhouse.
I will let you go first.
Okay, I'll go Coke.
Coca-Cola is number one. They have 19.2% of the market. Mr. Morales.
Well, I mean, Pepsi.
Pepsi is number 4 on the list. They have 8% of the market.
Okay, question. Are
Okay.
we going by company or by label?
Label.
Oh.
Okay.
I think we really wouldn't have changed it either.
Sprite.
Sprite, number 3 with an 8% market share. Lindsay.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper is number 2.
Really?
With 8.7% of the market.
That's why they don't
DeAndre.
need anyone distributing for them anymore.
Makes sense.
D.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. Number 6 on the list
All
with
Trudell.
6.1% of the market share. So we've got 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10 left.
Why you got to take Mountain Dew from me, DeAndre?
I mean, because I thought you would take it.
Because he was mad about your NFL take.
Okay, I'm going to go Fanta.
Fanta is number 9 on the list. Fanta is there. They do not have a percentage for Fanta, but it is number 9
Do
on
they
the list.
specify what flavor?
They do not. It is just Fanta.
That's kind of a low one.
I would
there.
assume it's orange.
I mean, orange
but
is
who
the
knows?
biggest one, but yeah,
Okay,
they've got
yeah.
like
They
they've
got
got
away with one
7
there.
of them.
They've got
Yeah,
a strawberry, I
yeah,
believe.
yeah.
Chris.
Let's say Diet Coke.
Diet Coke, number 5.
Oh, I didn't think we could do diets.
Diet,
Okay,
Diet
That's what
Coke
I said, yeah.
is label, not the company, but the label itself. Diet
the-
Coke,
that was the right answer,
7.8% of the market. Andy.
Dr. Brown's. I'm kidding.
It's a very
on the very bottom shelf of your
No,
local
listen,
grocery store.
If you go into a Hebraic deli, that's
Oh, yeah.
number one.
Yeah.
cream
Oh, yeah.
soda.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like that.
Funchy.
Black cherry.
Bet you can go New York seltzer brands.
Oh, I loved New York
Those are
seltzer
good.
back in the
Those
day.
are good. They're good.
7 Up?
Andy is the first one out.
Really?
7-Up is not
Really?
on the list. No 7-Up. Back to you, Linz.
If I remember the name of that drink that Funchy got at the market, it was made of celery juice or something.
That's
I'll go
Dr. Brown's.
Diet Dr. P.
Diet Dr. Pepper is not on the
Oh,
list.
wow.
Lindsay is out. Back to
Ooh.
you, DeAndre.
Sunkissed.
No. Sunkist, the 3 in a row. So we're down to 2. Chris and Trudell are left. Trudell, that we have, let me think here. We've got 7, 8, and 10 are left.
Diet Pepsi.
Diet Pepsi is number 8 on the list. Yes. Chris.
Gotta
Coke
go-
Zero.
Coke Zero has 4.2% of the market and is number 7 on the list.
I'm coming out.
There are 2 left. Excuse me. There's
One
only
left.
there's only 1 left. Number 10 is the only one that's left.
Sierra Mist.
Sierra Mist is not
I
number
think they
10
got rid
on
of
the
that.
list.
That's sliced.
Yeah,
now.
so Chris gets his first last man standing.
Ginger
win.
ale.
Ginger ale is number 10.
Oh, wow.
Just, yeah,
The Soda
ginger ale?
King. The Soda
Canada
King.
Dry ginger
Canada
ale
Dry.
by name. Yes.
Yeah, you can't get the other
Shot,
one.
Chris.
You knew the sodas pretty well, Morales.
Well, I drink a lot of
Do you
Pepsi
drink a lot-
Zero, a lot of Coke Zero.
A lot of ginger ale?
Ginger ale Zero. They
That was-
now have ginger ale
That was
Zero.
an excellent pull. the
I
Zero.
don't drink any sugar. Very once in a while, I'll have like a Coke, a Mexican Coke.
Oh, so good.
But yeah, it's all zeros.
Coke, Dr. Pepper, Sprite, Pepsi,
Oh, yeah.
Diet Coke, Mountain Dew,
Oh,
Coke Zero,
yeah.
Diet Pepsi, Fanta, Canada Dry.
All right.
By the way, Trudell just nudged me, but I turned my head.
Yeah.
And it almost made contact.
It was very close.
It was.
Like-
I wasn't expecting
Like a
it.
kiss?
Yeah.
The show was
Oh.
almost not safe for work.
NSFW.
I thought for sure Trudell was going to win the soda championship.
I mean, he was in his
Yeah.
wheelhouse.
He
was
didn't really
pretty good.
get the label brand thing out of the gate. So
Diet Pepsi and Diet Coke were like,
Yeah,
felt like.
see, Diet Pepsi to me isn't good. Pepsi Zero is very good. Diet Pepsi, I'm not a Diet Pepsi guy. Diet Coke
was a hell of a pull.
Well, what's the best
I thought
for me?
Fanta was good.
The sugar-free Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream.
So Dr. Pepper Zero is very good as well. The Zeros are tremendous.
I've never had a strawberry Dr. Pepper.
I've never had the strawberry one.
Oh, it's strawberries and cream.
Yeah?
I will bring it for you guys because it is addictive, though, I will say.
Can I ask a really stupid question?
Sure.
Is it creamy?
No.
No, okay, because I know that sounds
it's not like
terrible.
creamy. It's not like the creamy.
It's not creamy.
But she said strawberries and cream.
You know
I don't
what?
want a creamy.
I bet you if you poured
soft
it
drink.
in a cup with some creamy boys, it would make for a great float.
A float.
Ooh.
A
I love
creamy
me
boy
a float, let me tell you. Anytime I go home, I get a great pop float.
I like that.
See, she says pop.
Pop. And when she says it like
Well,
a
it's
Midwesterner,
it's a
too.
Cleveland thing,
Pop.
but
It is
she
pop,
said it
it's
the
not.
other day, and Greg got mad.
Yeah.
It's like it's soda.
Yeah,
Soda
I
or
was like, okay.
Cokes.
Yeah, in Florida they call it Coke because my cousin calls
Yeah.
it Coke. She'll be like, "What kind of Coke do you want?" I'm
Right.
like, "What? What do you mean?" There's
In Florida, that's a totally different term as well.
It may not have meant anything,
one.
right?
Okay, hang
it could
on,
have been
hang
something
on.
very different. We got a little straight up with me coming up next. Christopher, do you have anything?
I think that's. Oh wait a minute, hold on. Do I have something to read?
I don't know. That's what I'm
Probably.
asking.
Stand by.
That's what I'm
Wait,
asking.
by the way, we should have played this for Trudell when he got on his rant.
Oh, the Russian theme? Yeah, he was all fired up though.
Yeah, they're not going to be playing less soccer and more football, but there's going to be football.
They're not
fans.
watching any football in state-run China. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Not yet. Not until state-run NFL gets a deal.
It's like that's not the strongest argument, man.
And then we'll be doing it.
I can't wait for the Chernobyl anniversary on April 26th. We're doing I'm doing a whole Chernobyl special that day.
Having
you really?
a Chernobyl party.
Oh yeah.
It's an interesting Chernobyl choice.
Oh yeah.
Chernobyl Palooza.
Yeah, Chewy's gonna come in. He's gonna wear a third eye.
Yeah, the dogs are really the only things that survived.
You know,
Chernobyl.
the deer all came
Deer-
back,
yeah, the
and
deer
they're
came back.
fine.
The deer came
But
back too.
The spiders can't weave their webs
Yeah.
properly. They're all deformed, and so it's hard for them to lay their eggs.
Really curious to see.
You've got deep Chernobyl knowledge, Lindsay.
I have a lot of deep random knowledge because of all the documentaries.
He watches a lot of docs.
Yeah, we share.
Oh,
that
I watch. I mean, that's my number one genre.
Well, we have there's a on this date that I'm excited to talk to you about coming up in about 20 minutes or so.
Can't
Want to
wait.
go to the JM Eagle LA Championship? Callers number 7 and 10 right now, 877-710-ESPN. You win a 4-pack of G8 tickets to the JM Eagle LA Championship, 877-710-ESPN. Callers number 7 and 10 right now, you win that 4-pack. Tickets are valid any day, Thursday through Sunday, so don't miss your chance to catch the action live. Only with ESPN LA. We'll come back in about 3 minutes. More DeMarco and Travis with Andy here. Lindsay's here. It's like a morning show takeover, the afternoon show on a live imaging Tuesday, presented by Providence on ESPN LA.
In Los Angeles, greatness isn't an option. It's expected. From the skyhook of Kareem.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with a skyhook.
To the Showtime flair of Magic.
Magic fires for three. Got it at the buzzer. Magic hit a three-pointer.
To the relentless fire of the Mamba.
Bryant for the win.
This is a franchise built on icons. And now the story continues with the power and vision of LeBron.
Follow a 17-footer good again. LeBron has dialed back the clock.
And the next generation talent of Luka.
Luka, another three. Good again!
Different eras, same standard. Championship expectations.
Me, LeBron, and AR, I think we're the leaders of this group.
From the legends of yesterday to the superstars of right now, Lakers basketball lives here. ESPN Los Angeles.
ESPN LA family, I'm personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand. 2026 marks 15 years that you've trusted me to represent you. When you're hurt and down, I'm honored to fight for you in personal injury cases when it matters most. Numbers don't lie. I'm the real deal. The voice you hear is a voice you get. If you've been injured in an accident, call 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, built on trust, proven by results.
John Ireland here, and before the lights come up at Crypto.com Arena, make your night legendary at Javier's downtown. A SoCal tradition for decades, Javier's is where timeless recipes meet modern elegance. Handcrafted margaritas, premium tequila, coastal Mexican flavors, always a part of the celebration. Whether you're courtside or catching a concert, start your evening where LA gathers for that unmistakable Javier's experience. Javier's newest location is just steps from the arena. Javier's downtown. Tradition, taste, and an amazing start to your evening.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
And it is the No Stress Sports Talk Express to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. It is time for Straight Up with Sweet Tea Travis Rogers. Straight Up on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra. Let's do it. Straight Up with Travis Rogers right now.
All right, let's start with this, Andy. I think that baseball, mostly fairly, for a very long time, has had a reputation as kind of being, antiquated, slow to move, slow to kind of catch up with the times, et cetera, et cetera. However, the rule changes that they have made over the last several years almost universally have improved the game. Whether we're talking about a pitch clock, you have to face 3 batters, ghost runner at second base in extra innings. Like, at first, it's kind of like, what are we doing here? It's like, it's better. It's just the game is a better product. I would like to add the ABS challenge system to the list of things that have really made the game a lot better. Number 1, we're getting more calls right. Number 2, and this is the part that I like about the best, it is really exposing the guys that are bad at their job.
Well, this is the question I had with the ABS. If that's going to be the case, if they can be challenged with the type of frequency that it can be, and ABS is getting so many calls right, and as you said, exposing the bad umps, but in all honesty, ABS is going to be better than all of the umps just because it is a computer and these umps are human.
Yes.
Why use the umps at all to call balls and strikes?
Couldn't agree more. The quicker we just go, hey, this works really well, let's just do this, the better. Because what it will do more than anything else, and I would like to highlight none other than C.B. Buckner, okay, who is, now that our friend Angel Hernandez is no longer a part of Major League Baseball, CD has risen to the rank of universally considered the worst umpire in Major League Baseball. Baseball fans know his name. They only know the names of the guys that are terrible about it. Everybody knows C.B. Buckner. He had 8 calls challenged on Sunday afternoon against the Reds. He's been wrong 6 of those 8 times. Beaten only by Mr. Chad Whitson, who was challenged 7 times and was wrong 7 times. Now, I get it. Ball's moving 100 miles an hour. It's dipping and diving all over the place. I'm not saying they should bat 1,000. But what somebody like C.B. Buckner now can't do, because this is what makes C.B. Buckner is a bad umpire for 2 reasons. Number 1, he's bad at calling balls and strikes, safe, and all of those things. He's bad at that. But what makes him an even worse umpire is that he's got an ego and he's got an attitude. And if you challenge him, he will then turn around and exercise his agenda on you for, baseball term, showing me up. Can't do it anymore. You want to show me up? I'll tap my helmet again. You're wrong again in front of 50,000 people. And I love this about the game.
If you just like the schadenfreude of it all, then keep the human umps. If you're looking to keep the game moving and keep a better flow of the game, I don't know why they have human umps back there at all, or just have a human ump back there to call the ball or strike that ABS is telling you that's what it is, or do what I've always wanted, put actual robot umps.
Like Rosie from the Jetsons?
Yes, you have robot umps behind the plate, and they're like, ball,
Can
strike.
I get, like, how about we'll do this? How about, and I'm going way back, I don't know, you might, no chance either one of you guys know.
Wiki?
Yeah, no, more specifically, Dr. Theopolis. So,
I was thinking like Kevin from Saved by the Bell.
Okay, not
C-3PO?
C3, but that's too. Dr. Theopolis.
I mean more as a model. Like C-3PO is a model.
Twiggy was Buck Rogers' sidekick, but all he would is go beady, 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 beady. That's all he do. But he wore this like canteen around his neck that had a face that could talk, named Dr. Theopolis. I would like Dr. Theopolis hung around CB Buckner's neck, who gets to call balls and strikes because CB Buckner has forfeited the right to do it because he's lousy at it. But even if we're going to do it, you still need did that ball hit him or not?
Yeah.
You need a foul tip or not?
Sure.
Fair or foul. Nobody's losing any jobs.
Right, exactly.
We're all good. We're going to leave you back there. Just Paul Skeens throws 200 miles an hour and the ball moves 4 feet. I don't know if it caught the plate or not. Right. I can't see it. It's not an unreasonable thing.
I'm not calling for these guys to be removed altogether other than for my robot fantasy, but that's just for me. But that aside, you can have a human back there as part of the presentation. Like you said, there are some judgment calls, like did it hit the batter, things like that the robot can't do or the ABS can't do. But if you're going to leave this all to the judgment call of the ABS, why are you even allowing the human ump the opportunity to call in the first place?
I completely agree. What about like Vicky from Small Wonder back there?
So you know what I think, though, that this will do is, at least it should theoretically, make these umps more accountable and take a lot of the ego out of it because, in my opinion, these guys that have these terrible records already, they should be evaluated. I'm sure they will at some point and be like, hey, man, you've lost 100% of your challenges. That means you suck at your job. Like, you give you like a, what is it called? Like a performance plan.
Yeah, a performance review.
Improvement.
A performance improvement plan.
Exactly, a PIP.
You don't want
to
be
they're like, they're like, you got the rest of the season to turn it around, man. Otherwise, you're out. And then when you're training new guys and bringing new guys into the league, they're going to do a better job.
They've done a pretty good job of getting a lot of the ego out of these guys. Because before the caricature of the umpire was big fat guy with a bad attitude who's looking for fights. What up, Joe West? Now, there are fewer of those guys, but there are still enough of them, what up, CB Buckner, that it's like you're embarrassing yourself. Like Eugenio Suarez got rung up on 2 pitches in a row, and John Boy did a great breakdown of it, that on the second one, he knew it was on the edge because as he's getting ready to pull him, right, like strike 3, that thing, he's looking at Suarez like, are you going to challenge? Like he knew it was close enough. And in other words, I'm trying to stick it to you. I'm not, but I don't know if you know whether or not that was close enough to do it. He's still doing it.
I dare you.
Yeah.
I dare you.
Yeah. And I love it. I am here for all ABS related stuff. It works. And the fact that it takes 2 seconds tops.
Well, that's
tap, up, in, out, whatever.
Look,
let's keep going.
It's similar to the NBA with the challenge system and replays or whatever. I don't know why they involve the original on-floor crew to evaluate this. Like your call is already in question. Have someone on a separate monitor, the league offices, totally neutral at this point. Let them review it. Also, 30 seconds tops. You cannot figure this in 30 seconds. Original call stands, move on.
That has been my dream for all what they're getting ready to do in the NFL, especially if they get to the point where they put these replacement referees in there. They're going to let remote officials in some centralized location call these guys in the middle of games that you missed. We got to go back and do, like, what a catastrophe that could be, where you don't even have people in the building, that things that are called or not called, they can go back and retroactively kind of put them in. And you talk about delays in these games. The NBA delays are a joke.
I've just never understood why the crew that is being questioned, whether they got it right or whether they got it wrong, their call is in question. They're going to have inherent biases. They don't want to be shown up, like human nature. Fine, whatever. Why are they involved with evaluating their own call? You should want a totally neutral person who, by the way, will probably go through it quicker because it means nothing to them. They're in Sea Caucus just wanting to get their night done.
If we don't, your rule, the only thing I've changed, I think it's 20 seconds.
Okay.
If it's not it went off your foot, not mine. Okay, your ball. If it's I think it might have clipped a fingernail on the way out of bounds. What are we doing?
Right. And then they got to bring in numerous angles, and all of a sudden they bring out the sky cam.
Oh, the LeBron.
The LeBron sky cam. That is
Did you hear him on Mind the Game when he and Nash had Austin Reeves on?
No.
And he was like, they brought out a camera angle. This was like from the government or something, like this overhead angle. He's like, I've been in this league for 23 years. I have never seen that camera.
Really?
In my life. Yeah, it was
like
during
the
Orlando.
Spider-Cam?
It was during the Orlando game. There was this. It was a call. Remember the call that went off LeBron or they originally called it, I believe, off LeBron.
Okay.
And then they actually said, I believe it was off Orlando.
It was off Desmond Bain, I believe.
Desmond Bain, yes, correct. And that led to eventually LeBron.
Sky cam.
There was a sky cam, and eventually led to the events that led to the Lakers beating the Magic. But LeBron was like, I have never seen that camera in my life.
Look, I'm going to end on this, and then we can go do a little shop talk. Where I used to dread a CB Buckner game, I now look forward to them because the humiliation is getting stacked on top, on top, on top. And now when he comes to do some Dodger games, I'm here for it. Before, it's like, oh, how's he going to screw him tonight? How many times is he going to take the bat out of Shohei Ohtani's hands? How many times is he going to take what we're coming to see a guy hit or pitch and ruin it for us? And now, if he ruins it, we get to laugh at him. And I'm here for all of it. Shop Talk is coming up next. Andy is in for DeMarco. It's DeMarco and Travis. ESPN LA.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
And I use the bathroom here in my office. It's got the Toto.
Now, if Cappy and I come over to check out your turf, can we use the Toto?
Come on, let me use it.
I mean, you could. I don't know about Cappy. Cappy's already. Didn't you destroy my bathroom one time?
I did. I did. Your previous residence, I did destroy the bathroom. I did.
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Is it time to sell your home? Whether you're downsizing, moving, or inheriting a property, call Seller's Advantage. With decades of experience, they offer custom cash solutions and can close in days. No repairs, no hassle, just a great offer that gives you peace of mind. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com. Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com.
That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1482. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1482. That's 800-575-1482. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Adam Schefter here. Did you know the average employer sorts through about 250 resumes for one job opening? Well, if you're hiring, here's good news. You can now review resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. With ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates who are very interested in your job show up at the top of your list. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by tax relief advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087. 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087 or simply visit TRA.com.
$5.50 Tuesday, presented by Providence. This is the Marco and Travis Afternoon Show. Andy Kamenetsky, we clear the way in just a few moments for the Toyota Lakers countdown to tip-off with Beto Duran. Tip-off at 7:30. Hear the game right here on 710 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN app. Final segment of the show. Time for Shop Talk, Trav.
Indeed. Let me remind you that Straight Up, that we just talked about and blubbed on CB Buckner for a second, was sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra. A couple of birthdays. We'll start with this. Christopher Walken turns 82 years old today.
He's the man.
What's your first movie you think of with Christopher Walken?
The first movie I think of is probably Deer Hunter because it's
sure.
what he won the Oscar for, and
Sure.
he's amazing. And also, I remember when I first saw the Deer Hunter, it was back when you were renting VHS tapes.
Okay.
And this is a long movie. It's like a 3-ish hour movie. So it was one of those 2 cassettes.
Oh, double, like
Yeah.
Titanic.
The double.
Yeah.
I accidentally started, this is the first time I saw it, I accidentally started the movie with cassette 2. And cassette 2 begins the scene where the Russian roulette.
Yeah.
And where they're being tortured.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, oh my God.
It's an opener?
This is amazing. I'm like, I don't even know who these characters are. And then I'm like, where's this going?
Yeah, where do we go from here?
I don't know how you top this start, but he's amazing. Also, people who don't know this, song and dance man.
He's a great
He's
dancer.
an amazing dancer.
Yeah, he's like a professional level
Yes.
dancer.
Have you guys seen King in New York?
Oh, look, Michael Funches.
I have not.
King in New York? Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Frank White.
Awesome.
You
Frank
know
White.
about Frank White?
No.
What you know about Frank
Biggie
White?
You know
Smalls.
about Frank White, man?
I do
Notorious
not.
Oh, my
B.I.G.
God, watch it. You got to watch it.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. Young Larry Fishburne, back when he
Oh.
was Larry.
Okay.
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. I believe David Caruso.
Yes.
Did they shoot
sir.
his dancing in slow motion like they do his basketball and White Men Can't Jump?
You know what? Okay. This gets to something. Because White Men Can't Jump is probably my all-time favorite sports movie.
It's a great movie.
The people criticizing that Wesley and Woody aren't good enough basketball players.
Woody is.
Well, even Wesley. They're street hustlers who, if they're lucky, make $75 a day playing basketball. How good are they supposed to be?
I'm just saying that, look, Woody, when they show Woody shoot the ball leaves his hand.
Yeah,
the camera
I know.
follows it through the sky, and it lands in the net. With Wesley, it's slow motion behind the back, slow motion between the legs, pull up, cut it, hand, cut to Woody watching it go, then through the net.
It's a lot more ball handling for Wesley than shooting.
It
but
is a lot.
He's an athlete. I don't think he's an athlete, though, that grew up playing sports.
No,
he's just athletic.
He's athletic but doesn't play sports. Is this bad that the first thing I think of with Christopher Walken, despite having been in a million movies,
The Watch.
is more
Pulp Fiction?
cowbell. It's more
Oh.
cowbell. It's literally the
it's
first
so
thing I
good.
think of.
It's
But,
so
but
great.
The Watch, Pulp Fiction is amazing.
It's a great scene, and he's been. I mean, he was
True Romance, his
Yeah.
cameo is amazing.
By the way-
the Fat Boy Slim video.
What I
yes,
need.
the current thing that he's amazing at are the Miller Lite commercials.
Yeah.
They're
His voiceover in the original ones, but now he's actually at the bar. It's incredible.
Catch
He's
Me
great.
If You Can.
He's
really
great in
good
that.
He's
Oh, that's
really,
a great movie.
He's great in
that.
Super rewatchable movie.
Oh, yeah, Frank Abagnale.
You run
Senior.
into that on TBS or whatever it is, you're stuck for an hour or so. Rhea Perlman, Carla Tortelli, turns 77 years old today.
She's the mom in Matilda.
Yes, and Danny DeVito's the dad too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are they still together?
No.
They're not?
No.
Oh, that's
When did they break up?
A while back, actually.
Dang.
I feel like that one felt like it was going to last.
I think they're still on good terms.
Yeah,
even though
yeah.
they broke up.
It was just one of those things.
It is National Eiffel Tower Day. You ever been to the Eiffel Tower, Andy?
I've never been to France.
Nor Chris, have you been to France?
I have not.
Why are you smiling?
Because DeAndre knows why I'm smiling.
You've been to the Eiffel Tower,
I've
DeAndre?
not been to
Bunches
the
knows
Eiffel
why I'm
Tower.
smiling too. Dirty, dirty boys.
I do.
These dirty, dirty boys.
Embarrassed to say, I do.
By the way, Danny
that an
DeVito
Eiffel
and Rhea
Tower?
Perlman are still married.
Are they really?
They are?
Yeah, but they live separately.
So maybe that's the headline
Yeah.
I knew.
Well, that's one of those probably legal financial
So
things. It's just easier for us
They're
to
like
stay
the
married.
shorter Will and Jada Smith. Because they don't live together, but I think they're not
If you
divorced.
don't live together, are you still married? Even legal status aside, are you still married if you don't live
maybe
together?
it just works better. By the way, to me, that's perfect.
Oh, I would so much rather be with somebody I don't live with.
Really?
Yes.
Then why are you together?
Well, why
For
can't
other
wait,
reasons.
whoa.
I mean, plenty of people like didn't Jeannie Buss and her Jay Moore? They
live on separate floors.
Separate
yeah.
floors. I don't have that
normal.
kind of money, so I mean, we can live in apartments next to each other, something like that. I don't know.
I understand. Like when
I don't
you're
want
dating,
someone sleeping next to me ever,
Oh well, see, that's
Except Chewy, obviously.
except my dog. 'Cause there's not enough room
That's
for
a
all of us.
different thing.
National Clams on the Half Shell Day.
This and National Eiffel Tower Day. What's going
No, I don't
on?
want
Is there
that.
any other way?
Well, no, oysters on the half shell, but I don't want clams. Could be like in a soup or like pull the meat out of the
but,
clam
but
shell.
if you get them in a
Pull that meat.
if you get them in a pasta, they are typically in the shell.
yeah, but it's usually the whole shell, not the half. Why are we taking half of the
I
shell
just
off?
put it on there because it's on the list, and I just thought turtles in a half shell, turtle power.
No, I like talking about all of these things. I get preoccupied with it.
Sometimes people look at that list and like, what is this? And I'm like, I don't know. It's
Looking
on the
up
list.
what recipes are clams on a half
On
shell.
the
Like
half
Clams Casino? Are those half
Clams
shell?
Casino might be on the half shell. But that's with the bacon and the stuff. That's
There's
pretty
bacon and clams? That doesn't sound good
good.
at
Oh
all.
no, they're
No,
terrific.
it doesn't
Really?
sound good.
No. Do you not like clams?
I love clams.
And you don't? Have you? Oh,
I've never had
Give-
clam. What is
give
it
that
called
a shot.
again? Clams Casino.
Clams Casino.
Where does one get? What kind of dish is
You
that?
kind of some old school steakhouses might have some
Okay.
Clams Casino.
I got it right.
Yeah.
That is the most typical way is Clams Casino.
Yeah. Great name, too. Today in 1995, Tommy Boy debuted in theaters. Classic.
Fat guy in a little
Yeah, fat guy in a little
coat.
coat.
Don't do the gym routine. Don't do the gym routine. You know where the gym is? Incredible movie. David Spade is so underrated in that movie. Farley's nuts, and Farley's always great. But Spade playing the tight ass in that movie is perfect.
He's pretty funny.
He is absolutely perfect. What else we got here? We've got Dateline. That's the one, Lindsay. Dateline premiered in this day in 1992, and now we get our Dateline podcast because
right.
of it.
Yep. Love Dateline. Love all the episodes, but the podcast, too long.
Are you a Josh Mankiewicz or a Keith Morrison guy?
Oh, 100% Keith Morrison.
Okay, good. I like Josh Mankiewicz, but Keith Morrison, it's a little more sinister.
Totally different.
Little
Nobody
more
told
boding.
Keith ever to use moisturizer? Just wasn't in the playbook?
Likes to be in the sun. What are you going to do? Apparently a fantastic guy. No, stop. Give him a little break.
What if he likes the Eiffel Tower?
Beto's got the Toyota Lakers countdown to kickoff coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow.
Purple and gold-blooded. The Lake Show play here.
Tonight, it's the second night of a back-to-back for the Lake Show as the Cavs come to downtown L.A.
Here's Reeves driving down the middle all the way.